Bonjour, bonjour, monsieur, madame. Ah, Jesus, how are you? You're very welcome to Monday, the start of another week. And tonight, friends, we kickstart with a mini-series, a mini-special, if you will. We're celebrating that of the 121st anniversary of the Tour de France. I'd like to say I'm wearing me cycling shorts, but come on, let's be honest, right? That's just right tight, you know, for aerodynamic purposes. But you're all very welcome in. Hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. And well, we're about to get things started here as we fly general aviation, vintage general aviation, as we kind of, you know, parade ourselves around France. It's a great idea, do you know? So wait till you hear this. I'm not reading this off a teleprompter at all, right? Right? Brilliant. So the Tour de France, well, it marks its 121st anniversary this year. The iconic event, this thing is up there with, like, you know, the FIFA World Cup and the Olympics. A huge thing, right? But anyway, it was first held in the year 1903. Meaux fan remembers that one well. And it's become a symbol of endurance and passion. Not unlike the Skoda. But anyway, over the next 4 weeks, we shall embark on a scenic adventure across the French countryside, retracing the route inspired by the original legendary race. Now, each year they tend to change the route a little bit. Back then, in 1903, well, each of the individual stages, there were 6, they were massive, right? I mean, there were hundreds of kilometres or miles, and now they're an awful lot shorter. And there's all different rules and categories and classifications and all that sort of jazz. But the thing has evolved over the last 121 years, right? But we're going to learn all about this. Mews, come back, I'm only messing, right? Me thing in me lip is really sore. You have to bear with me now. Did I tell you I hurt me lip? But anyway, our journey will take us through about 23 unique stops along the way as, well, we start and end the entire series right here in Paris, currently situated at Paris Orly. We're going to be flying over historic towns, vineyards, mountains, beautiful coastal regions, all while enjoying the classic charm of some vintage aircraft that only Microsoft Flight Sim can give us. There's something happening over here in the corner. Jesus, it's all busy. But anyway, we're starting off here at Orly. Once we get airborne, we're going to ramble towards the Eiffel Tower, and we shall fly under the Eiffel Tower. I can't do French accents. Hang on, I'll try now. Quiet, you stupid women. That's all I can do, you know. But I'll learn it. By the time we're finished tonight, I'll be parlez-vous le français, right? But anyway, we'll then proceed over the scenic countryside as we leave the bustling city behind us as we head towards a place called, I think it's Meaux, or it could be Meaux. It's known for its historic charm and beautiful surroundings, and our first landing is down at a place called Esbly Airport, Lima Foxtrot Echo Mike. From there, we're going to continue on over to Troyes, a city with rich medieval history. The flight will offer views of the towns and the rolling landscapes, and our second stop will be that of Troyes Barberey Airport. Barbara. Have you heard that Barbara song? The Germans rapping about rhubarb. Brilliant. But anyway, that's Lima Foxtrot, Quebec. Bravo. Our next leg will take us deeper into the heart of the Burgundy region, as we're going to land at a place called, let's give it a shot, Chalon-Champforgeuil Airport. Jesus, that sounded convincing, didn't it? Lima Foxtrot, Quebec, Foxtrot, and that's in a place called Chalon-sur-Saône. It's a little town that offers a little glimpse into the whole winemaking region of Burgundy. The final leg of part 1 will take us to the city of Lyon as we arrive to the city, checking out the landmarks with a full stop landing at Lyon-Bron Airport, Lima Foxtrot, Lima. Our aircraft tonight have gone with the Beechcraft, the Model 17, friends. Built in 1932, it features that unique negative stagger wing configuration. There's a bit of history behind this as well, because the dude left the other dude to start working on the new dude. We'll learn all about it. It's going to be great. So, if you've just tuned in and you're on Twitch and everyone's flying in a 777 or an MD-11, well, you've come to the right place. We're with the general aviation aircraft. So I'm recommending vintage aircraft. The cruise speed of this machine behind me, I think about 140 knots, give or take. We won't need to boot it, but feel free to fly whatever it is you like. Could be helicopters, could be vintage, whatever you guys like. That's what makes our group flights. Do you know what I mean? So, where was I at? I was over here. How did your weekend go? I had very productive. So we did a lot of streaming on Saturday, learning aircraft and having the crack with them. Yesterday, didn't do much. I had to go out and do shopping. And, yeah. Jesus. I'm getting terribly... Do you know what, right? I could have done Formula 1, but I needed a mini-series. How many races are there on the F1 calendar? Not only that, but apart from the race at the weekend, it's been terribly boring. Yeah, but Murph, a whole load of men in tight pants isn't exactly exciting. Well, it depends on your persuasion. Do you know? But yeah, yesterday, not a very... Well, I was busy. I've loads of stuff to do. I was flat out today. And do you ever have a Monday? You know when you have a Monday. Today is my Monday. What could go wrong went wrong, and what was thinking about behaving didn't behave.
Hello there.
But we're here now, friends, and all of that is in the background as we kind of kickstart this week. And it's a busy week we have. We have Yoda. We've tonight. Tomorrow night we're flying the MD-11. Wednesday night we have the news, and our good friend Raoul from FS Reborn. Well, he's going to share with us his roadmap over the next couple of months. Exciting times, and we check out some sceneries as well. Thursday night, Vatsim night. Pardon me, Jesus. What was it? It was pasta bake something. It was very nice. That was dinner tonight. It's grand. She's upstairs. And then on Friday night we're taking out the the Cub. It's a busy week of flying. And then I found out today I have to work on Saturday. Lads. It's all right. I'll take one for the team, though. But anyway, that's kind of the stab of it. How is everyone? How are you guys doing? Did you have a great weekend? I delete all this stuff so I can actually see my camera. Did you have a nice weekend? The weather isn't terribly great now. In actual fact, we had the heating on. It's not freaking cold.
Jesus.
Listen, who's in charge? But anyway, let's ramble in. Toto is in the house. Good to see you. Willow, how much is here? Oh, I nearly forgot. A very happy Canada Day, to all our Canadian friends. It's a day of many days, but Canada Day definitely the take home. So to all our friends in Canada, hope you're having a great day, and congratulations on your most recent success of being Canadian. Right, brilliant. So that's the stab of it there, lads. What's over this one now? Bit of diddly idle. Anyway, who else is here? Toto, Willow, how much? Airlock Doc in the house. Spitfire RAF 100 has rambled in. Super Typhon is here. Lee Dixon, welcome. Night Zepp is here. Vacuum, good to see you. Airwolf is in the house. Tech Tier 0, you're very welcome aboard. Tarnish Mossman, happy Canada Day. What are you talking about? It's not a boot, it's a bout. Don't just say bout differently. What are you talking about? Hey, yeah, buddy. Right. I was chatting with Willie. West Coast Willie does a fantastic, just the whole Canadian thing. It's brilliant, right? So I've West Coast Willie's voice stuck in my head. Brilliant. Assidious, you're welcome in. Viper Strike is in the house. He flew the Twin Otter over Colombia yesterday. Nice. Naughty Gnome is here. The naughtiest of gnomes. You're very welcome aboard. Badgers, welcome in. Mr. Z Rider's in the chat along with Onboard Simulations. Echo Charlie rambles in. Happy Monday. Fierce Wolf. Looking fierce and wolfy. You're very welcome in, man. Now let me see. Jesus, a 3-stream streak for Vacuum. Mahambukal. Sir Campsalot is in the house. Good to see you, my guy. Hope all is well. Chalks is here. Welcome in. Dakey Decimus from his new humble abode. You're very welcome. Sunjammer, hello. Sunjammer scared the crap out of me over in place. He kind of snuck up behind me. Oh, hello. Martel is here. Good to see you. PH Roy is in the house. TJ Turner. Hello, hello. Squawk Torque has rambled in. Tier 1 for 37 months. Thank you very, very much indeed, Squawk. I hope you're well, man. And all is well in the realm. Hemmingbird rambles in. She goes, I had another great weekend in Ireland, but Muse said if I kept making puns while he was playing, he was going to bash me with the neck of his guitar. I said, is that a fret? Happy Monday. Jesus, that was a bit, wasn't it? Do you know? Welcome in, Hemmingbird. Hope you're well. Naughty Gnome was like, ooh la la. Right, the French accents. We can all do it when we have to. Do you know what I mean? Ooh la la. Right, but anyway, right, we're over here. Nighthawk, afternoon, happy Canada Day to you. 157 years young. Jesus.
Ted, come on. You're going a bit mad there.
Madness. Now, let me see. Sterling, you're very welcome in. Daddy Plump is here. Bonsoir. Wonder when Murph was last on a bike. Jesus. Well, ooh. Do you know what I was doing at 5:15 this morning, friends? I was out walking. And I said I'll start a bit of walking every day because I was talking to Jefferson, and I remember Gibbo said it to me a while ago as well. It's just like, will you do a bit of work, will you?
They've done studies, you know.
Right. And
60% of the time, it works.
Every time. I went out for a walk this morning at 5:15, and I didn't overdo it, but I was shagged. I gave myself an hour walk, and the first 5 minutes, this is brilliant. And then after that, I hated every moment of it. So if you hate it, you must be doing something good. Do you know what I mean? But the last time I do have a bicycle.
Forward, good buddy.
I last rode my bicycle, Jesus. I rode it this year, which it'd want to be a fairly stable kind of a gadget now that I'm on. Do you know what I mean? I used to cycle a bike to school. My bicycle was once stolen from my friend's house when I was only a child. I have a very traumatic history with bicycles now that we're on the subject, right? The first time I was allowed to cycle my bicycle, I was at age 7, right? And I used to own a BMX tracker. They were like a red, no they weren't, they were a yellow and a black bicycle, right? These things were right? And I used to get them in the Kellogg's cornflakes things that have the little kind of a, the bit of a card thingy that's stuck on to one of the spokes of your bicycle, and when you cycle it used to go so you used to think you were like watching an episode of Chips or something. I even had a siren on my bicycle. That'll tell you how cool I was, right? Anyway, I wasn't allowed to cycle out on the main road, so my mother at the time she was always my mum said to me, no, you're not cycling out on the road. And I said, sure, I can go up through the airfield. That's precisely what I did. I cycled through the airfield on grass. And I hid the bike in the bushes inside the camp. I hopped over the gate and I walked down to my friend's house, who I'd only met the previous day at, we were playing Gaelic football for St. Finian's GAA. And he was the closest human that lived close to me in Baldonnel. It was very, very rural. You were out in the middle of nowhere back then. Anyway, so I walked down to his house, knocked on the door. His mum was there and I said, hello, how you going? It's such and such here. She goes, yeah, he's up the yard with his dad. They were farmers, you see. Brilliant, I thought. So I walked up the yard and they were spreading slurry or they were doing something. And of course I slipped as I went to wave. He was in the tractor with his dad, Kerry fella, and I waved to say hello. But whatever way I waved with my left hand, my right foot instead going forward and I slipped. And I landed flat on my back. And the line of shite, it was fresh cow shite, the line of shite covered my ear. I was destroyed and distraught. So I stormed off, hating everything there is about everything, and back up the road I went, hopped over the fence, back into Baldonnel, only to realise my beloved BMX bike had been stolen. It's stolen! Someone stole me bike, and I hid this thing well. Not too well in order I couldn't find it. But anyway, so then I had to walk back down to this fella's house that I'm now covered, and it hardens. Cow shit hardens. So I'm now, right, I was like a turtle. You had Donatello, Raphael, Leonardo, and... Well, I don't know, I would have been called Murph. And then it went anyway, and I was like, hello, Jesus then, can I get a lift home? And at the time, they had the oldest Toyota Land Cruiser Jeep. I mean, the thing was from the 70s, right? And his dad being his dad from Kerry, he's a scream of a man. He did what every Kerry man did. Who's this young fella after jumping into my lovely new Jeep and he's spreading shite all over the place? So I did what any 7-year-old child would do. Burst into tears, screamed the whole way home, crying. I was left off at the main gate. I had to walk down through the entire Casement Aerodrome Baldonnel, down past the officer's mess, down to my house, in which my father greeted me. Where's your bike? There's someone. Where's your bike? It's gone. Why are you covered in shite? I fell. You had a productive day, son. I did, Dad. Right? So bikes with me, And then I was bought a bike. For my 12th birthday, I was bought a bicycle. This is huge news. I used to cycle to school. And there was one day I was coming home from school. On the Peamount Road. So Campslot, you'll know this. When you come down from the main street in Newcastle and you go down Peamount Road, there's a bit of a hill. And there's a massive hedge on the side of the hill, right? Whatever move I made, someone had called me and I think I turned around. It could be one of the Furies. I turned around to say, how are you? Forgetting where I was. And the bike most suddenly, but most definitely, veered into the hedge. The most unique crash I've ever had in my life. Because, the bike stopped perfectly. I went in through the hedge into a field. I couldn't get out. I actually couldn't get out. I was shouting to neighbours, getting them to ring me mum to collect me. And I was 12. Didn't cycle the bike long after that. But, bicycles. I'm still scared, right? I have I'm not going to show you because, Jesus, it's not one of those sort of streams, right? But on the lower part of me, on my right foot, down near the ankle.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
And me elbow, right? I fell off my bicycle one day in Baldonnel, and whatever way I fell, we'd big, the grass out the front was quite large, but like a 2-foot drop, right? Anyway, went to put the bike down as I'm cycling it, and of course the front wheel lands. I go straight over the handlebars, but then the bike comes up and crushes me. Well, I say crush me, it's only a bicycle. But the gear off the chain, the two gadgets, went straight into me leg, and a stone ended up in me elbow. I had to be carried into the bath. It was a bloody mess. It was like a scene out of Saving Private Ryan. So me and bicycles, lads, we don't have a good history, right? I've learned enough from bicycles. I'm not welcome to be on a bicycle. I am not a bicyclist, right? Hence, we're flying this route tonight rather than cycling it, right? I wanted to get a motorbike when I was, 16 or 17, and I'll always remember the words my mum said. She says, you'd want to be a special kind of idiot to fall off a car, but you can easily fall off a bike, so you're not getting a bike. And I never got a bike until, I hit my midlife crisis at the age of 30. So, down to Fletcher Jones with you, right? So, yeah, that's what happened to me, lads. That was a rant. Where were we? We're over here, look. Right, I do these things. I don't know why it happens to me. But anyway, so yes, Daddy Plump. I was last on a bike earlier this year. Shuffle Shoes is in the house. AJH, man. Bacelli is here. Welcome aboard. Proby Pete will be monitoring while completing the Firefly Air flight from Auckland to Adelaide. Nice. Right, Goblin Zeus, good evening. U-Fall is in the house. Hammer Nails, good to see you. Poor Shorts. Staggerwing, you better believe it. Muse Fan bursts in the door with his eyelash. He says, how he is his mad jokes. Happy Monday. Hope you're well, Muse. Now let me see. Nitro's in the house. Bonjour, Murph. Perfect French skills. Très bien, merci. Right, brilliant. Wombat49 is in the house. You're very welcome in. Happy Monday, man. Right, where we're at over here. Sly Fox, good to see you. We're going to be on the Southeast Asian server tonight. Hemmingbird, Jesus. She gifted seven tier 1 subs to the community. You absolute mad person, you. Thank you very, very much indeed, Hemmingbird. And lads, if you just received a tier 1 sub by Hemmingbird, do be sure to say thank you. Very, very kind. Let me see here now. Halvor NS, good to see you. Strap21, hola, good to see you. Now, meow sounds like Mo. Thank you, Nightsep. It's pronounced Mo, not like meow. What's going on here, meow? But yeah, Hemmingbird, the absolute legend. Kanzui is in the chat. You're very welcome in. Old Veteran 965. He says, don't call the guards. I'm alive and here. I'm only up to crawling speed. You feel better soon. Scott, the amount of people who came home from Expo feeling poorly, do you know, because the Rona was in force. Gibbo Ireland is here. Happy Monday. Gibbo, actually, here's a question. Do you cycle? I don't think I've ever seen a bicycle in your house. I've seen your shed. I saw bicycles, but did I see Gibbo's bike? I wonder, is it like, have you like a smart bike? You probably have. Right? I mean, you probably have. The thing probably has a motor. Goblin Zeus, yes, Mo. So we'll go with Mo. Brilliant. Now, B. Carla, welcome in. Hope all is well. Lyon-Bron is LFLY. LFLL is St. Aubrey. Oh, Jesus. I will figure it out when we get down there. So, Aviator Polo, welcome in. Now, Kenko had a WASM crash after an 8-hour flight. Oh, Jesus, really? I got a bad back from sleeping on the plane, says Sunjammer. Jesus. Krabby1 is here. James 747 James. Lead Ballooner. Flyer 10. You're all very welcome in, guys. Hope you're having a great day. Now let me see. Black Cobra. Let's go. You're very welcome in. Balut is here. Bonsoir, monsieur. Salutations, legit. Jesus, brilliant, right? Zybok Dog calling from Denmark. Hello from Tipperary. I hope you're all keeping very well over that neck of the woods, Zybok. DCS Ducks is in. Happy Monday to you, man. Mr. 90 is here. Nighthawk says, does the beaver in Canadian red count as vintage? It does now. Yes, absolutely. Right, we're over here, look. King Ari. Welcome in. Devil Fly. He says, howdy to all from Southern California. Hello from Tipperary. How's you keeping? How's she cutting? Old Veteran says, did he shame you by doing the Red Canyon walk in the convection oven? He didn't, but, well, he kind of did. I went to bed. I was going to bed as Jefferson was getting up. Do you know what I mean? You'd probably need a trike. Definitely had stabilizers until he was 32. Yeah, thanks, lads. The siren on the bike was every time he stubbed his toe. I used to have a siren on my bike. It was brilliant. Was it a Skoda of bike? No. Was it Ivan Allen? No, it was close to Ivan Allen. Oh, Allen, no, they were down Elmer Road, wasn't it? Weren't the Allens down Elmer Road? I think so. But yeah, I have a better bike story. Oh, Jesus. How Old Veteran, you must share. Right, we're over here now. We're catching up. Wish I hadn't have asked. Right, Daddy Plum. See what happens when you ask questions. Right. I have a story for everything. Scorpio is in the house as he walks in with a glass of a very rare Middleton 12 aged whiskey. He says, Murph, good evening. I just had time to have dinner. Murph's still not taken off, I see. Right, we're preparing ourselves. We're waiting for the weather to be just right as we start off. But yes, now you can super tie can relate to the chain on the ankle, right? Do you still have the scars? I genuinely have the scars from that ordeal. Yes, right. I'm an active cyclist, however, heat is preventing me to cycle. Jesus, Nige B is here. Good to see you. Rambog Mord is in the house. Welcome in. Ashley is here. Good to see you. Now let me see. Jesus. Live from Bonnie Banks. How y'all doing? I can't pronounce your name. I'd like to say it's Bep. I can't pronounce it. You'll have to give us a hand. IXBEPISXE. Someone has to tell me what it means. Liptorius, good to see you. Red Thunder's in the house. Airlock says, Murph, there once was a little bird who didn't want to fly south for the winter, but it soon got very cold, and the little bird decided to go south. So he took off. He soon flew into a storm, and his little wings started to ice over. He started to fall from the sky. He thought he was done, but he crashed into a farmyard in a big pile of cow dung. Now he really thought he was done for, but the cow patty was warm, and it warmed the little bird. As he warmed up, he was so happy to be alive, he started to sing a beautiful song. The farmer's cat heard the bird's song and ran over and found the bird and did what cats do to birds. The moral of the story is, when you're warm and happy and in a pile of dung, keep quiet. Brilliant. That's fantastic. I think we can say Murphy and technology don't go together well. Bicycle, Skoda, PC, office chair, need I go on? Right, I should be just left with a whole load of cardboard and then do anything else. Scorpio says, when I was a youngster, my second-hand bike lost a pedal. It stayed like that months till I got the pedal back. It was awkward to keep up with my mates for a while. What? You only had one pedal? And you must have had one leg massive, the other leg was small. Did you have a limp? Jesus, that's brilliant. I have a bike, says Gibbo, but don't use it. It's too tired. No. Brilliant. That's a really bad pun. Look what you did. Look what you did. Don't start or there'll be a chain reaction. Stop. Right. I mean, it gets out of hand. Right. Pedal back now, lads. Brilliant. Dazzy Arab is here. He says, sorry, Murph, I had to cancel membership but being made redundant. Hope I won't have to sell my PC. Jesus, Dazza. First and foremost, memberships and subscribes. I very, very appreciate them. Absolutely not required. So don't ever feel that, you can't tune into a stream or come flying with us if you don't have a sub. And that is just not how here works. So don't ever for a second think that that's ever going to be an issue, right? Life will always get in the way. Just as soon as you think we're going left, the world says, no, you're going right. Don't you worry at all. Dazza, thinking of you, my dude. And if you need to chat or have a talk with anyone, or even just vent, metaphorically, punch, well, I'm here, man. Just drop me a DM. But don't worry about it. And the same goes for everyone. It is not, never has, never will be a requirement to sub to the channel. Yes, it helps. I can do all sorts of cool stuff, but it is not a requirement. That's not what this gig is. So don't ever feel compelled that you have to, right? Just so we know where we're at. For those of you who do, thank you very, very much indeed. You do help do all this stuff, lights and cameras, and you make me look terribly young in my beautiful hair, right? Because it buys the product I put in my hair. No, it doesn't. But you know what I mean. So it's grand. All as well. I'll save the stories for next Murphline. Ooh, good idea. Your bike siren is probably not much noise.
Can I get a refund?
To my double vuvuzelas. Don't tell me you vuvuzelas on the... What? Jesus. Nightsep just gifted a tier 1 sub to Dazza Arab. Nightsep, thank you very, very much indeed for your generosity. Now, happy Canada Day. It's my birthday. 56 years old, says Turd Ferguson. A very happy birthday to Turd Ferguson and happy Canada Day. Hope you're keeping well. Now, paparazzi, happy Monday, everyone. Tour de France, work lurking, but can't wait. Indeed, indeed. All the happy birthdays coming in. Fair play to you. And Nightsep, an absolute legend. Absolute legend. Dougal McTavish, the chairman, has rambled in. You're very welcome aboard. Hammernail says, I love going for bike rides, but sometimes I have to take a break. Right, we're getting there. You wouldn't like to be around an event. It could be a cloudy proposition. Oh, Jesus. The other day I saw a bike with no wheels. It really It was really just a frame of mind. For God's sake. Jesus. Mad Chihuahua. Howdy from Austin, Texas, and thanks for making a great Monday for us all. The Mad Chihuahua 1962, you're very welcome in. That is a mad name, and I hope you're well. Latorius then subscribing with Prime. Thank you very much indeed. 8 months, man. You ledge. And yes, happy Canada Day for all our friends in Canada. But yeah, Dazza, you don't worry about anything. I'm telling you, right? I had a conversation with the universe the other day, and it told me everything's going to be grand. It will be, right? Things might get worse before they get better, but they will get better, right? No matter what happens, it will get better. Now, right, over here, who's on YouTube? You're very welcome in. Nutty Snack is here. Thank you very much indeed. And Aviator's in the chat. Liam the Aviator, welcome in. Who else? V Skycheck, welcome in. Mr. G, happy Monday. TPHI17 is here. Welcome in. And who else? Dennis C, welcome in. Boss Saturn, hello. Hope you're well. Mrs. TPHI17, happy Monday to you guys. And yeah, to everyone who's here on YouTube as well. Lads, thank you also very, very much indeed for joining us. Shall we go flying? Shall we do the thing with the yoke, with the stuff? You know, and Admiral Ted. Asher, how are you, Admiral Ted? He rambled in here as well. Right, I'm going to press a button and we'll start. Are we ready? I need to fix that. Right, come over here, and here we are with the... Jesus, my microphone popped. Sorry about that, lads. It's very embarrassing that happens. Right, now, Jamie Coyle is here. Hey, Jamie, welcome in. So here we are with the Beechcraft Model 17. It was known as the Stagger Wing, and it's a staggering aircraft, right? Because developed... the main dude behind this, he left Curtiss Aircraft Factory and he went off and he set up his own company called Beechcraft. And that was in Wichita in Kansas. That's what he did. Now, I've loads of information about the Tour de France, about the aircraft. And this is going to be a 4-part series that we do between now, obviously, and 4 weeks from today. And our first part is going to be from Paris down to Lyon. And then it's going to be, you know, rambling up and around the far side. Codman 100, good to see you, man. You're very welcome in. So the aircraft itself, this is a Carenado release, and it was done as one of the local legends. And it's very, very pretty. And I want to say it's basic-ish in terms of features. Like, there's no EFB or any of that kind of stuff. But I think, like, look at lads, Carenado always do incredible work with the visuals. I mean, we all know that. The thing looks stunning. Absolutely insanely stunning. And, well, as I said, this is our chariot for this evening's flight. So I would expect a speed somewhere about 130 to 160 knots. I'll take my time, about 140 along the way. And low and slow. Keep it low to the ground so we can actually see what's happening. But it is a beautiful designed aircraft. They've gone for the whole biplane, but it's based as a stagger wing configuration. It's a negative stagger. And that's what made the thing very, very unique. And this thing turned a lot of heads. During their initial testing, though, it was quite a dangerous aircraft. A number of these crashed, and there were fatalities with these as well. Right? Absolute mad stuff that went on. But let's see how the aircraft holds up. I haven't flown this in quite some time. It was released as one of the local legends, I think, some time ago. And to be honest, I haven't got a chance to fly it. So I have custom scenery for the airport, or that of Paris Orly. I flew in here years ago, and it hasn't changed much. And I haven't gone with live weather only because it's pretty crap. It's windy and it's dull. So I've just gone for a preset, which is called Cinematic, and it's from Parallel 42, right? The last time I flew this was the last time Murph streamed it, which is probably when it first released. All I remember, it had the Carenado sound bug. Correct and right, Muse. I haven't flown this since. But look at when we talk about details and how pretty the thing looks, it's stunning. Carenado do a great job with the looks of aircraft. It's just if they only got the kind of features and systems on par with what they do on the outside, but that's not really their business model. But Jesus, if they could do that, or like, I mean, you know, live weather seems to have proved recently, says Flyer 10. Okay, well, sure, let's give it a bash. We'll turn on real weather. Yeah, we'll go with that. It's a little bit windy, but sure, listen. We'll go with it and see what happens, right? So we'll hop ourselves into the cockpit and we're going to get ourselves up and running here in a moment. Our flight plan for tonight, the flight plan is available over on our Discord. And I want to give a big shout out to Nighthawk. He did give me a plan. He kind of, as he said, he kind of jumped into the rabbit hole looking at all the information. The flight plan that I have, it follows closely-ish to the original 1903 Tour de France. And there are many, many roads that we can follow, but this is kind of just like a generalized trip. We're going to see some nice countryside, and as I said, you know, the original 1903 route, very, very different than what we have today. It was very flat back in the day. They've added, you know, they've added a ton more hill stages and all this. But you can see that's where we're heading from. Out of Paris, we'll fly through the city under the Eiffel Tower. That will mark the start of the event. And then we have a couple of stops along the way. We'll see how we go for time. I'm planning these to be full stop landings, but if time runs against us, sure, we'll go for the old touch and go. So, into the aircraft, and let's see what we need to do to get this thing up and running. So we do have a back door. Better close this from the Annalisa chair. Excellent choice. And we have a couple of click spots, so you can see where you have this extra suspension here. You can actually remove that if you wish, just to give you a slightly better viewpoint, or you can click it back in just here. So in terms of getting the aircraft up, we can actually open our window. It's like a... Right, it's a proper window. Skipper Jeff, I hear you, man. I hear you. So, right, what do we need to do here? Looking around, a bit of familiarization. There's our trim wheel up on top. We have a little light there. We'll zoom in. We'll disappear the yoke for the moment, and we get an idea of what's actually happening. Now, I've just realized I picked an aircraft without an autopilot, but I'm hoping there's an autopilot in there somewhere. We do have a tail wheel lock. We'll want to watch that in a minute. Throttle, mixture, cabin vent stuff. I'd be surprised if they work. Master battery switch. Get our beacon and nav light turned on. We can also put on our panel lights. We have a generator switch over here on the right hand side. Fuel pump. Now we do have some fuel tanks. Let's go in and have a look. Main. Don't know what they do, but sure, we'll turn them on and see what happens. Let's just have fun with it. Right, okay. Mags. Set to both. And hopefully this will work. So we'll say, in your finest French accent. Maybe that's why you haven't flown on street. Probably Meaux. We should say clear prop. I realised what happened. I forgot to add in the mixture. I'm glad now that you guys saw it, right? All is well. We'll do it again. Le clear prop. Alright. Okay. Good start in the engine. Come down here, turn on our generator. And avionics master switch. Not that we need much, but we have an avionics master switch. Now what else do we have here? We have a tail wheel, brakes, landing gear, carb heat, cabin vent, primer. I never use the primer. Pitot heat can come on, dome light if you want it, and landing lights, stick them on as well. Now unfortunately we don't have any of the circuit breakers modelled. That's a pity. Fuel pump come off. And we'll just allow the aircraft kind of tick over. We're going to reset our baro and our directional heading. And we'll just let it tick over, get an idea of the sounds. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Nice light. Yeah, the lights are pretty, aren't they? It's a stunning little plane. Right, so the plan of attack here is, well, depending on the weather, Orly is a freaking huge airport, right? But we're closest to 07 or 25. So depending on the wind, off the brakes, depending on the wind, we'll see what we can do here. Now, did I set up views? Let's get up here now so we can set up some views, right? There's a view. There's a view, there's a view, there's a view, there's a view. Alright, okay. So let's see, so we're on the main ramp. What way is the wind blowing, lads? If you want to do exclamation point meter and then LFPO. Exclamation point meter space LFPO, right? Yeah, the landing gear in this is huge. Murph, are you supposed to turn the electrics on before the engine? Avionics, no. Let me see here now. So we have winds 320 at 9. Alright. 320 at 9. That's going to be runway 25 and it's going to be up to the right hand side. So I'm going to start taxiing. Now I'll turn on the multiplayer here now in a moment. And let's just make sure the aircraft... Oh, Jesus. Make sure the aircraft has sufficient fuel. Bring it up there to about 80%. I'll lure. And we'll just taxi ahead here now. So we don't need all the runway here. You know. Because like we're at a massive international airport, so... runway 25 is what I'm looking for, but we'll probably do an intersection departure. And as I said, the plan then is to fly into Paris itself, into the city, and the event will start as we fly under the Eiffel Tower. Now watch your speed here, Murph. Oh Jesus, handy now. Yeah, the weather, I don't know lads, it's a little bit on the dull side, so let's go back to what I was using, because I want to see what the scenery has to offer. Do you know what I mean? But keep the wind doing what it needs to do though. You want to be able to see what's happening, do you know what I mean? Yeah, the analog clock, it's cool, isn't it? Hey Jasper, good to see you. Will we get away with here? No, let's keep going. Whiskey 33 and then we'll blast off, right? So what else do we have here? Different views. Jesus. Bring that camera back. And we have a couple of preset views here as well, showcasing the aircraft. It's very pretty, isn't it? Make sure you don't crash on purpose now, Murph, just to cheer me up. I never crash on purpose. Well, I mean, yes, I always crash on purpose for the entertainment value and not because sometimes I'm horrendously bad. Yep. That's how I understood it. So we're going to cross the main runway here. And we've multiplayer turned off here at the moment. I'll turn it on once we get up to the runway. Yeah, it's a beautiful looking airplane, isn't it? Red Thunder said, what plane are you flying? It's the Beechcraft Model 17 Stagger Wing. Or just the Beech 17 Stagger Wing. Or even just the Stagger Wing. It's staggering. And I have a ton of notes here we'll read through once we get ourselves underway. It's a beautiful little plane. Nighthawk has the KML file tour de France in the Bremen bar loaded into little nav map. Mind yourself. Jesus, I just went on the grass. Say nothing. Right, we're going to use Whiskey 33 here to the right. And this will be our intersection departure. As we get ourselves turned around. I'm surprised there's no, there's a transponder. Sticking onto alt mode. We'll go for a notch of flaps. See those coming down. Yeah, so far the sounds aren't bad at all, lads. Energizer says, I really wish Coronado would update their older planes to take use of new flight and model. Yeah, they just don't. They just don't, and that's why a lot of people don't like Coronado. It's very much, okay, we've built it, we've released it, good luck to you. You know what I mean? And I can guarantee you, if a developer is going to charge you for an update, it's Coronado. They will charge you to upgrade your aircraft to work in Flight Sim 24. And they're a partner dev. Ugh. Anyway, not to worry. Right, so we find ourselves here on the main runway. Tail wheel lock. Did that work? Does it even work? Right, tail wheel lock is engaged. Power coming in. Let's see what happens, sports fans. Speed alive. Oh, you devil you. Oh, you devil you. 90 miles an hour. Oopsie daisy. Come on, you devil, get up there. There we go. Positive rate. Gear up. A retractable landing gear, no less. Alright, get ourselves a little bit of trim. Easy, easy, easy. Get ourselves trimmed. Flaps are in. Landing lights, bring them off. Only for the speed. Multiplayer, how about you? And so far so good. So it's going to be a rolling right hand turn heading back up towards the capital. And let's have a look. There we go. Right, what time do we have it set to? About that time will do. Hey, this looks kind of nice. Right, so I'll circle around. I won't boot ahead, lads, don't worry. We'll do about 160 in this, but I'll keep the speed down for a flight. Hey man, look at that. So there's the Eiffel Tower over there. We're going to circle around the field first. Oh, look at the amount of people. And we'll catch you guys up here now in a moment. Orly is a huge airport, isn't it? Nowhere near the same scale as Charles de Gaulle, but pretty big. So far so good as the L sounds. So far. The cheating autopilot doesn't work. Oh, don't tell me that, Muse. Are you telling me we have to hand fly this? Well, the curse of the seven balls. Ah, Jesus. I like a challenge. If nothing else, I like a challenge. Right, so circle around. Hey, there's Toto over there. He's taking up the fucking the 247, lads. He's taking up the 247. Madness. Right, what we're going to do now as we're waiting. If you're currently on Xbox, you press 1. If you're on the PC, press 2. And if you're here because you like bicycling, you press number 3. And, well, let's see where this lands. Hello, Fireflies. Welcome to the Flying Circus. We live stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 1900 Zulu time, right here. Looper Fox, if you're here for the entertainment purposes, that's a number 3. Or as the French would say, trois. Un, deux, trois. Yeah, it's a number 3. Trois. Oh, good man, old veteran. Oh, yeah. Ménage à trois. No, wait, what? No, no. Thanks, Scott. I've now been joined by Mrs. Two-Tone, and I didn't mean to say it like I said it.
I suppose your 2 1s are up on the screen. Were they?
No. I was trying to say...
Oh, look.
You're supposed to be lying down. You're not well. Look at the pad. Right. I was like, yeah, it's les trois. You know, as a number 3. And then I just see the old veteran saying, Menage? Question mark. I was like, oh, yeah, Menage. No. No. Anyway, what's important here is, lads, you got me into terrible trouble. Mainly Scott. Thanks, Scott. And, no. It's all for charity. It's not charity. It's all for the crack. It's all for the crack. Sofa night again. Right? I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
Oh my god.
Right?
Oh my god.
What?
Oh my god.
I like flying planes. Ah. Bloody hell. I cannot get a break. Where are we going? Right, left turn coming in quick. Right, lads, we're going for the Eiffel Tower. The French won't know what hit them. Well, hopefully don't hit it at all. The thing has been standing there for a long time. Oh. A plane is very much like a beautiful woman, though. It is. They kill you. What? No, I'm just saying a plane is like a beautiful woman. They could kill you. I'm just saying, like, that's, you know. No. Send help and reinforcements quick. I've loads of notes to talk about the thing.
With you, good buddy.
Hey, Frankie, good to see you. She is going to murder me, yeah. Jesus, just stop talking. R28, welcome in, Raiders. Hope you guys had a great stream. You join us here, where I'm in trouble. Murphy is in hot water, but we're in France. Vive la France! And we're at Paris, as we just...
Allow myself to introduce myself.
I don't know what to say. No, don't hit me with that. No, don't hit me with that. Don't hit me with that, because they hurt. No, please don't. You saw that. She assaulted me.
Oh, would you stop?
You assaulted me! They mostly come at night.
Plastic bottle.
Yeah, but like, you know.
Your ones are back up again.
Huh? Just stop doing that! I can't... Here's the Eiffel Tower. We're going to fly under the Eiffel Tower. Right? At least it wasn't a... Right? Jesus. I got bonged. It's only assault if you didn't enjoy it. Brilliant. Welcome in, Arch. Hope you guys had a great stream. And, yeah. Right, lads. We need to fly under the Eiffel Tower. That will officially start tonight's event, which we will be flying for the next 4 weeks, right? I'm going to go a little bit fast because then I'm going to pause it and watch you guys fly under. So don't make a mess now, right? We need to try and fly directly under the Eiffel Tower, and it needs to be grand, right? It was the longest 17 hours that I slept 8 of. Jesus, really? I mean, Murph saw Get Me Beaten slightly in Vegas. Frankie, yes. Oh, it did! Yes, it did. Jesus, then. Don't want to sound like a weirdo or nothing, but that, you know, Frankie, right? That was brilliant. At one stage, I was kind of feeling bad, you know, and then I wasn't. Can I get a halo under it? I'm sure you could. Your wife did start it. She was meant to go to that club as well. Do you remember? The club. Right, here we go now. Under the Eiffel Tower. Yes, yes, yes. This is going to be grand. Meaux fan is ahead of us. He won't mess this up at all. The man flies like some sort of a ninja. It's more challenging under the Arc de Triomphe. What? Crazy town. Right, let's see what we're going to do here, friends. Oh, Jesus, there's a crane. Where did that come from? Easy, easy, easy. Yes. Yes. Nyom, he said. On over the palace. Power, speed and power. All right. Right. Pause the divil. Here's everyone flying under the Eiffel Tower. Ah, this is brilliant crack altogether. Look at this. Jesus. The French must be on strike, which has ever fixed the feckin' roads. Here they come, friends. Ah, this is brilliant. Welcome to the Tour de France. Yes. And the janky terrain. Come on, lads, you can do it. Yes. Yes. If Fallout ever went to Paris, oh, airlock abort! Cap Kira in the Beaver. Now behave. What's going to happen here, sports fans? Here comes Druid Zeus. The physics are alarming. Scundog, Krabby. Oh no, Kanzui. It's all gone terribly wrong. Knights have gone the opposite way, just for that added challenge. Unlucky Goblin, loop the yard. News fan is in. Jesus, Goblin talking Messersmith, that's appropriate. Renoir, go on, you devil. Bizjet Brit, Squawk Torque. Captain Tosselot, Soaring HA, Tyler D, Kanzui, Retriever Neil. It's all happening now. Go on, Kanzui, you can do it. You can do it. Oh no, he didn't do it, he died. Oh no, he didn't. DCS Dux is on. Look, you devil you. Fierce Wolf went in.
We've done studies. 60% of the time.
Go on, Airwolf.
Every time.
Go on, Airwolf, you devil you. Uh-oh. He made it! Ah, Jesus. Who was that upside down? Nitro, you mad devil, you! Ah, fantastic stuff. Right, consider ourselves through the Eiffel Tower. And buttons. Oh, Jesus. Right, we're live. We're live! Right, left turn now, friends. Yes, yes, yes. Do we try the Arc de Triomphe just to be absolutely nuts, do we? I know me French navigation, lads. The Arc, there it is. I drove down the Champs-Élysées in a Mazda. And it was a terrifying experience, absolutely terrifying. But let's go for the old Champs-Élysées and fly under the Arc de Triomphe, right? This is going to be, you know, nuts. Now, that's photogrammetry, so can you actually fly under it? We'll find out. It's like a door to another dimension. If the Fallout series ever came to Paris, just use Microsoft Flight Simulator. You won't need to do any scenery design at all. It's ready to rock. It's really bad, isn't it? Oh no, stutters! I'm only messing, Microsoft. I was only joking. Don't take it out that way. Right, here we go. Yes. No. Yes. Can we actually fly through this? I mean, there is a gap. Jesus. We're not going to fit in there widthways, are we? Are we? Are we? No, we're not. Oh, Jesus. Mind the building. Ooh. We're alive. We flew through the thing. Brilliant. Druid Zeus, Von Johnster. They're all doing it now, look. Meanwhile, the French are ringing on the phone saying, what are you doing? We're having the crack is what we're doing. Jesus, that was brilliant. We flew through the Arc de Triomphe. This is great crack, isn't it? I'm not going to trust no, the wingspan on that thing is nuts. Right, stutters and everything. Why am I getting... Jesus, why are we getting stutters? Oh, don't give me... Is that the stutter bug? We're getting stutters, lads. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. The only thing running on my system that wasn't there in recent weeks is GSX. Right? I think we're okay. That was triumphant under the Arc de Triomphe. The brilliant. Right, let us head this way. Speed is doing 160 knots. We'll calm it down here now in a moment, right? So, Lima Fox Echo Mike, that's our first stop. It's not too far away, lads, right? It could be Paris itself. It could be. It could be. So, welcome to our journey through the storied history of one of the most iconic sporting events in the world, the Tour de France. As we fly through the virtual skies, we'll delve into the tapestry of the legendary race. Flown from its humble beginnings, we shall fly along, starting off in Paris, heading down to Lyon for the first flight. As the next 4 weeks, we're going to continue with this series, bringing us all the way back to Paris. The story begins in this city of Paris, early 20th century, the year 1903. And the French newspaper industry, well, it is fiercely competitive, right? You have Le Vélo and you have L'Auto. Under the leadership of Henri Desgrange, it's struggling to outshine the rival newspaper, Le Vélo, or Le Vélo. Desgrange, a former cyclist himself, needed a bold idea to boost his newspaper's circulations. So effectively what we have here, lads, you have Paris 1903, and this all started off with newspapers, right? The lads are trying to get, you know, more readers. And there was a dude, who we'll learn about him now. Watch your speed, Murph. There was a dude, an autopilot would have been so much better. Why did you go with a plane without an autopilot? There was a fella called Dreyfus, right? So the backdrop to the Tour de France inception is the Dreyfus Affair, a political scandal that divided France from 1894 up until 1906. Captain Alfred Dreyfus, a Jewish officer, wrongfully convicted of treason, which sparked widespread controversy and social division. The affair led to a split among the advertisers of Le Vélo, prompting the establishment of L'Auto Vélo, right? L'Auto Vélo. Empire kicking, you're very welcome in. Welcome in, Raiders. Now, what happened then, L'Auto Vélo, which later became L'Auto, because they did them for, like, you know, copyright and all this sort of jazz. The Tour de France was conceived as a means to boost L'Auto's, or the bike, its circulation. So what they did, right, they had these newspapers and, you know, one was following your man, and he was like all sorts of controversy, and they wanted to say, right, we better do this a little bit different. So they decided, well, let's do a race. There were other races, but nothing like this. So the idea was, well, we'll do a race around France. And the Tour de France, the inception, was then born in 1903. And the original plan was it was going to be 20 francs to enter, and it didn't get a whole lot of it. Like, to be honest, no one was really bothered. The prize money wasn't great. It was expensive to enter, and it just wasn't great. So they then delayed it. It was supposed to start on the 1st of June, right? And well, then they said, look, no one's really interested here. What do we do? So then they said, well, look, let's give them massive prize money, 20,000 francs. Let's make it 10 francs to enter, and we'll pay the cyclists a daily rate to cycle. And that worked. They got an absolute ton of entrants, and very, 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 very popular. Now, the end result, after they did the Tour de France, and we'll talk about all the, the stuff about it, the end result from the newspaper was they boosted their readership from about 30,000 to 65,000. This thing was a roaring success. But the entirety and the history of the Tour de France came from two newspapers fighting for more readers. Did you ever know that? Now you do, right? Thought that was very interesting. Personalist, thank you very much indeed for the follow. You're very welcome in. So anyway, Gio Lefebvre, a young and enthusiast journalist working for L'Auto, during a return trip from the Marseille-Paris cycling race, he proposed an audacious plan, a grand race around France. It wasn't just any race. It was a multi-stage endurance challenge that would captivate the public and significantly boost L'Auto's readership. That's how it started. So as the Tour de France gained prominence, it evolved both in scope and scale. Early races were characterised by extraordinarily long stages, averaging over 400 kilometres each, with the minimal rests days in between. The 1903 route that we're following, well, it's relatively flat, featuring minor climbs like the Col du Pin Bouchain and also the Col de la République. These early editions were the grueling tests of endurance, with cyclists navigating rudimentary roads on very basic bicycles. The race format began to solidify, introducing stewards stationed along the route to ensure compliance. Cyclists who gave up during a stage could start the next event, although they were no longer eligible for the general classification. This rule allowed figures like Huplai Oxurura to return after abandoning the first stage to go on and win the second and third stages. It's kind of mad. And the famous yellow jersey that would indicate who the leader is, the famous yellow jersey that's worn, well, that didn't actually come to pass until much, much later on. They identified the leader, the category leader back in the day, which was someone who had a green armband. And today, when you look at the Tour de France, they have many different classifications and categories, right? You have people who'll just do a stage, you have people who'll just do special stages, or indeed you'll have people who'll do the entire thing, right? The whole shebang, start to finish, right? We need to kind of step on this now. I wonder, is me flight planning good in terms of like how long this will take? This is going to be hilarious. Jesus, look at the escort we have. Now, I'm not following the route exactly here. I'm into the forest. Get back to a road there, right? So in terms of the rules and putting stewards out there, there was a lot of kind of cheating that went on at the start. They used to have these escort riders or pace riders. Basically, you'd allow other lads to kind of cycle along with you, and they'd kind of give you an advantage because, well, sure, they'd know what was happening ahead of you. They were able to kind of predict and slow down other racers. And all this kind of stopped then. As the years went on, it became more official. It became more structured, different rules and all this sort of stuff. But back then, the guy who won the 1903 race, and we'll learn a little bit about him now in a moment, well, he came back to participate in the 1904 race. He was actually disqualified because he used a car as a pacer, grabbed a hold of the car as the car drove around for a couple of laps. You know what I mean? Like, that's This is long before you had even aircraft to fly along the route. You're talking 1904. But it's very, very interesting. Now we're way off to one side here. We'll circle back in, right? So the 1904 Tour de France, it was meant to be built on the inaugural success. It was fraught with scandal. Maurice Garin returned to defend his title. This was Maurice, and Maurice was a cyclist. And of all the people who entered the race in 1903, well, the vast majority were sponsored by bicycle manufacturers. You know, think of it now, Rally or BMX and all these lads. Right? We want you to cycle our bike in this race. A good number of other people weren't sponsored. They were just private athletes. They said, yeah, go on, we'll give it a bash. We had a couple of teams in there as well. But this fella, Maurice Garin,
Hello there.
well, he won it in 1903. And he came back in 1904 to give it a blast again. But he was disqualified, along with several others, due to irregularities, including accusations of cheating and even sabotage. As I said, sabotage in terms of they were braking and, you know, putting punctures into other bicycles and even grabbing onto the back of a car. You know what I mean? Free energy to move along. So he was caught. Anyway, by the mid-1930s, the Tour had become a national institution. The introduction of the yellow jersey all the way back in 1919. That was worn by the race leader. Well, it added a visual and narrative element that made the competition easier to follow. So it made it easier for the stewards to follow. The simple yet powerful symbol chosen to match the yellow pages of L'Auto. So they actually followed on the newspaper. The pages of the newspaper inspired the jersey, or part inspired the jersey of L'Auto. Became the iconic part of the race that we still see. We still see to this day. Wow, look at that chateau over there. Look at the cut of your man's gaff, look. Jesus. Imagine being a window cleaner in there. Although it doesn't look too bad from that view, but like, Jesus. You know what I mean? I'm just going out to clean the windows, love. I'll be back on Wednesday. Oh, Jesus, go handy now, Murph. Right a bit again. This is very beautiful, isn't it? Now, where were we? We're over here, look. Where's my chat? Here we go. Mike Sullivan, thank you very much indeed. So the guy was a saboteur. Saboteur is a great movie, isn't it? BSA. The Huffy Bike and the Tour, right? Norris Speedster, thank you very much indeed for the follow. That was cheating before Lance Armstrong was even heard of, right? All the way back in 1903. And you want to have a look at some of the bikes. I'll bring them some pictures here now in a moment when, you know, I kind of stabilise this machine here. And we head to our first stop of the night. It's just down the road here. We'll follow Your Mama. That's a screen name, Your Mama, right? Brilliant. But anyway, as we're flying over this countryside now, we're reflecting on it pretty much. Well, how did it evolve from 1903 to what it did? From 1903 to today. Well, the race has embraced new technologies, of course, new innovations, improved bike designs, advanced training methods, yet the essence of the Tour pretty much remains unchanged. It's a relentless test of human endurance. Recent editions have seen riders tackle immense vertical ascents, with the total climbs reaching up to 52,000 metres, equivalent to climbing Mount Everest nearly 6 times, lads. The logistical demands are equally staggering, with an estimated 37,000 water bottles consumed by the 176 riders during the 21 stages. That's modern day. Go back to 1903, 6 stages. There was none of this like bike shorts or helmets. There was none of that. Your man who won, your man Garin, there's a photograph of him smoking a fag, like. Is you right? He's out smoking a cigarette. 1903 Tour de France. Wait till you see the head of this lad. This is hilarious, right? Someone keep an eye on me playing there. So there he is, look. In his bicycle. And like, he's smoking a cigarette during the, right? As you do, of course, as you do. And let's have a look at some of the other bikes. So here's the, here's part of the route. Like, they're wearing a suit. They're wearing a suit. None of these bicycle shorts or any of this fancy sexy stuff that they wear. It's all like, no, I'll wear a suit, thanks. And here's the finishing stage. Look at the cut of them. That's a great picture, isn't it? A whole load of messieurs. Your man is wearing shorts, look at the legs, they're completely shanked. And they'd all have to end up walking a bit like John Wayne, I suspect, after the... Right, I mean, the saddles weren't very comfortable back then. Look at that, lads, 1903. Isn't that class when you think about it? That is just mad. Brilliant. So that's kind of how she all kind of looked, right? Now, of all the entrants, I have more information over there. Where are we flying to now? Here, look. Oh, Jesus, Murph. Liam the Aviator, thank you very much for becoming a co-pilot. You're very welcome in, my dude. So the Tour de France, it's more than just a race, of course. It is a celebration of French culture and geography. Each year, the route showcases the diverse landscapes of France, from the flat northern plains down to the mountainous regions of the Pyrenees and the Alps. The race typically culminates at the Champs-Élysées in Paris, and they've done different routes throughout Europe over the years. They even had a stage in Ireland many years ago. There's a whole load of names I can't pronounce, but we'll give it a bash. Legendary cyclists like Jacques, is it Anquetel? Eddie Merckx, Bernard Hinault, and Miguel Indurain, they've left an indelible mark on the sport, each winning the Tour de France 5 times. 5 times they've won it. That's nuts, isn't it? So, let me see now. Oh yeah, we'll get onto that later. There's other races, like the Tour de France inspired other endurance races throughout the world. And what's gas about this, lads, they actually have them in different countries. And you'd be surprised some of the countries that, you know, were inspired about the Tour de France. Australia, Austria, Germany, of course, Italy, Spain. There's a whole load of them. No, Ascari, I didn't. A 3-speed banana seat with a sissy bar on the back. Go to the 1970s, right? There's a Tour de Yorkshire. See what I mean? They're in Italy at the moment, Torino today. It kick-started yesterday, I think, right? Sky Command is here. Goodness, you smelled even better than you tasted in Vegas. Jesus, you're very welcome in, my dude. Great to see you. Lads, if you haven't already, Sky Command, he does shirtless streams, and he recites poetry about old French hair. Do be sure to check out his streams and give the man a follow, would you?
Allow myself to introduce
Myself.
myself.
Look at this. This is beautiful. So there's a bit of a road, but that looks terribly new. So yeah, we need to go to the right here a little bit, lads. The joys of an autopilot, but we are kind of following roughly what the route was. And think about it as well, lads. Think of the, you know, the communication or lack thereof. There was no way you'd have... Jesus, don't crash. There was no way you could have said, right, yeah, just ring down to Marta there, you know, tell her to put on the kettle. That was never going to happen. So if you were going out for a cycle, you can imagine this now, you know, in a French accent. Darling, I am about to go for a bicycle, across France. I shall be missing for the next 20 days or longer, you know. I'm parked next to the tower, follow my name. We're on the way. We're on the way. We'll catch up with the lads here now. Right, let's see. How's our trim looking? Sort of, kind of alright-ish. Nearly, right? Hey, Epic Fool is here. Good to see you, man. Happy Monday to you. Muse fan giving the tier 1 sub to Sky Command. Thank you very, very much indeed, my guy. I had a rally chopper, says Retriever Neil. Really? A French movie to see about this race in 1901 is Le Crax in 1968. Oh, nice. Nice. Isn't it mad when you think about it, though? I mean, the whole thing started off about 2 newspapers. And then the thing evolved. And, like, it's I mean, the Tour de France is up there when, like, you know, the FIFA World Cup, the Olympics, it's up there with them, right? So, let me see now. The aircraft that we're in tonight, let's give a bit of a background to this, right? So, the Beechcraft Model 17. Well, in 1932, Walter H. Beech, well, he left the Curtiss Wright aircraft manufacturer to form Beech Aircraft Corporation in Wichita in Kansas, With Ted A. Wells as the designer, they created the Model 17 known as the Stagger Wing. It was a fast biplane with an enclosed cabin designed for business executives. The Stagger Wing, with its unique negative stagger wing configuration and retractable landing gear, well, it was a marvel of its time. It featured a fabric-covered fuselage with wood formers and the stringers over a welded steel tube frame, combining complexity with performance. Model 17 legacy in aviation parallels the innovative spirit of even the Tour de France. The reason being, this aircraft wasn't really done prior. Jez, I'm not hitting delete. An aircraft like this, there wasn't one before it, right? The idea behind building an aircraft like this, the executive travel, the leaving of the Curtis company to go off and form your own little thing. And Beechcraft became a massive corporation after that. Huge, like. Beechcraft made, like, some of the most famous aircraft in the world are Beechcraft. And they're all owned by Textron now, I think. Isn't that right? Doesn't Textron own them all? But when you think about it, Beechcraft, when they started off, they didn't have, you know, ambitions to take over the world. Very, very similar to what, you know, the newspaper lads around the Tour de France. They created something that was just beyond any sort of kind of recognition of what it was back then. The Tour de France, right? It is the largest cycling race in the world. It's televised. It's everywhere, right? The number of people who enter the competition, it's all the rage. It's all the rage. And it's huge. And of course, then we talk about the different races, if you like, that it's inspired. And some of them is absolutely nuts. So, like, some of them. Where do I have this now? So we have is it Giro d'Italia, or Giro d'Italia, first held in 1909, inspired directly from the Tour de France. It's now one of cycling's 3 grand tours. And that's huge, right? Then you also have the Vuelta a España, first held in 1935. The race completes the trio of grand tours and was inspired again by the success of the Tour de France. So the main 3 bike races, if you like, would be the Tour de France, the San Giro, and then the Vuelta. Kind of mad. Then you have the Tour Down Under, relatively recent, held in Australia since 1999. It's an early season race under the UCI World Tour calendar. Then we go to California. First held in 2006, the American stage race quickly gained prominence in the professional cycling world. Then we have the Tour de Suez, a preparation race for the Tour de France, held annually in Switzerland since 1933. And then we have the Criterium de Dauphine, often used as the preparatory race for the Tour de France. It's held in southeast France, and it's been there since 1947. You have the Paris-Nice, known as the Race to the Sun. That's been there since 1933. Tour de Romandie, held in the Romandie region of Switzerland since 1947. You have one in the Valletta e Colombia, in Colombia since 1951. And even the Tour of Turkey, which started off in 1963. And as we've just learned, they even have the Tour of Yorkshire. Isn't it kind of mad? Scorpio says, the Tour de France passed our house in Tempelhoek in 1998. That's mad, isn't it? Textron Inc. acquired Cessna Aircraft Company from General Dynamics Corporation in 1992 for $600 million. What? Cessna became a division of Textron's aerospace technology sector. Yeah, but didn't they buy Beechcraft as well, though? Yeah, Beechcraft Corporation, Beech Holdings in December 2013 for $1.4 billion. Hey, Carp, good to see you. Jesus, that's nuts. Built for the 1%, says Colonel Indiana Longnuts. Yep. The Vision Jet of the 1930s. I would agree. Yeah, I would agree. It's definitely out there, isn't it? And it's a nice little airplane, this. Tidy little sum, yeah. How do they value things like that? 98 Vulcan, good to see you. You had a puncture on your bike. That's okay. I'm getting stutters. We don't like stutters. It seems to fix itself, though. Seems to fix itself. So manifold pressure, how are we looking? Fuel is okay, altitude is okay. I wonder, is the problem GSX? Let's see. I mean, I just hope I missed nothing. Hey, One Fly Air, good to see you. The Tour de France passed 2 times in my town. Everyone outside waiting for the big caravan. Yep. My son worked there for a few years. Hollingsworth. Why do I know? Where do I know that name? What did they do about Hollingsworth? Hollingsworth. I was going to say they're a chipper. They're not a chipper. They're not a chipper. Yeah. Let's see here now. Right. LFEM, our first stop of the night, is coming right up. Does Ireland have a cyclist in the Tour de France? I'm sure we did. They're in Temple Oak too. It's a vintage TBM. Wait, what? Hollingsworth Cycles. Oh, it's a bike shop. Our local bike shop. What was the name of it? It was down in Clondalkin. Jesus, now we're going back. Our local bike shop used to be in Clondalkin. And as I said, my first bike, we used to share a bike years ago. When I was a proper little kid. It was known as the red bike. And everyone got a spin on the red bike. And then I got my first bike. It was a yellow BMX Tracker. Did you ever see the BMX Tracker? Ah, lads. I mean, this thing got all the chicks, right? Yes! It's in the museum! Ah, Jesus.
That's a big 10-4, good buddy.
For God's sake! Hang on. Images. Mine was yellow. Oh, there it is. Ah, there it is. There it is. Filthy, thank you very much indeed. Oh, Sean Kelly. Yeah, Sean Kelly. Right now. This was my bike. Last seen in the airfield in Casement Aerodrome Baldonnel before someone stole it. That was my first bike. Look at the state of it. Wasn't it just brilliant and brilliant? Right? Look how straight the frame was. The thing was built for me. I don't do this leaning forward business. No. Ireland won the Tour de France with that bike. Yellow chin guard and all. So my brother had a BMX. He had the black one. That was slightly different. Was he had like the original BMX? BMX bike. 1985, I suppose. I had the cool handlebars. I'll find it. No. 1980s. That was his. Yeah, that was pretty close to it. So that was the brother's bike. That was my bike. That was the brother's bike. And look at the difference. Like, look at the handlebars. They were a real chopper kind of a thing. You know what I mean? That was mine. Mine was faster. I mean, it even looks faster, to be fair, right? You know what I mean? That was slower. It even looks slower. Right? But yeah, that was our... What was your first bike? That's the wrong button altogether. What was... Oh, Jesus, where's the airport? It's over there. Right turn, Murphy. Oh, look at the beautiful little town we're going to fly over here, look. Asher, hang on a second. This is gorgeous. What was your first... Straight handlebars. Yeah. We've 8 riders from Denmark this year. Oh, have you? Your first bike was a Peugeot. Really? I'm getting stutters, lads. I'm absolutely miffed. We're getting micro stutters in the sim, and the only thing I have running or installed is GSX. Do you see that? Remember we used to get this issue? And I thought for a long time it was sorted. Wow, look at the scenery here. It's beautiful. I'm going to France in a couple of weeks. I cannot wait. Cannot wait. Right, let's gain a bit of altitude so we can see what the runway is going to be like. It's a grass field. A Suzuki GS750. Really? First bike was a tricycle. Hey Adam, good to see you. P.S. Miranda. Hello there. Hope you're well, man. Is it grass? Let's go in this way. Right, pop the gear. Give us a bit of flaps as well. Okay, let's ramble in for our first stop. First stop of the night. There goes the MB339s. We're very high. Let's fix that. Little bit of a slip here. Yes. Beautiful French countryside, isn't it? Right, bit of oomph here. There we are. Let's ramble in, see what we can see. It's fairly dull or something, even though it's bright, isn't it? Okay, so grass landing, flaps are full, speed is at 90 miles an hour, and we'll ease our way in here. First sound was a Rally Olympus. Ooh, hey, Shoot the Bandit, good to see you. Alright, easy does it. Power to idle, hold the nose, and we'll just let her drift in. Bit of a bounce, we're not going to lie. I forgot how long the wheels are. Or how high the wheels are. Yeah, they're pretty friggin' high. The good news is as well, the tail wheel lock doesn't do anything. Oh, Caronado. Right, can we do something here with the weather? It's very dull, isn't it? Let's see here now. Let us see. Now you're thrashing. Up the yard out of that. Beautiful aircraft. The Brooklands Museum in Surrey has a crackling bike display. Really brought back some memories. Oh, nice. But like, when you were of a certain age, the bicycle was the absolute enabler, wasn't it? I mean, that was like this sense of freedom. You can go off places, you can visit places, you can see your mates, or you know what I mean. You can do tricks and stunts, and you know, it was freedom. Isn't it amazing back then? Freedom today is a PlayStation or an Xbox. I'm just saying, like, that's the way the world has gone. Very interesting. Okay, the stores are behaving, so that's the flaps. We'll plan a little departure here now and up and at them. Current bikes: Trek Amonda Air 5, Trek 7.2, Cube Analog, and a Peugeot 5 Speed. Escarda, you have a load of bikes. I'm loving all the GA aircraft here tonight. 182 there as well. Nice. Bonanza. Some Stagger Wings. A Duke. Look at this airplane. Isn't it gorgeous, lads?
When the Muppet forgets to land, he often blames the wheels. Don't worry. Your secret is safe with, your blurb. Deal with it.
Thanks, Patelli. I still have a Harrow Master. Really? I thought Freedom was flight sim. Well, my dad has 3, 2, 4, but 1 crashed. Jesus. Like, bikes now are more of a, you know, they're a vehicle, they're a mode of transport. But back when we were kids, like, they were just the great escape, weren't they? Right, our next stop, Lima Fox, Quebec. Bravo. Power coming in. You're up the yard. Speed live. Oh, the rattling and rolling we're getting out of this. $90 miles an hour. Yep, see Daisy. Gear up. Bit of Toby eye. Wow, look at the view. Flaps in. And we'll do a gentle roll here to our left. We got a power station way off in the distance. There was no helmets back then, not at all. Although I wore a helmet a lot, but I crashed a lot. I was told to wear a helmet and armbands and knee pads. I had to wear them a lot. I was like, I was just that guy, you know. Some clever fella said the bicycles opened up the world. Instead of meeting the girl next door, you might meet the girl in the next village. Right? come here. Right. I mean, back in the day. Back in the day. You say you're flying to Meaux. Is that stealth mode? The airport is miles from Meaux. Listen. It's close enough. The route I'm following is actually that of the 1903 one. So when we say Meaux, it's probably like, you know, you can see it. It's the next town over. You know what I mean? But you remember your bikes from of old? You'd have it all shined up, all nice, all clean, to show the ladies, this is my hog. You know, it can do 7 miles an hour down a hill. My legs will be just a blur. Right? Brilliant. And then you used to get very fancy then. You get like the water bottle holder. You know, to quench your thirst mid-cycle. This is all very important. Look at the cut of this. This is beautiful. Meaux is LFPE. It's miles away. LFPE, you say. LFPE. LFPE. Meaux in France. Where is it? Mind the ground, Murphy. Right now, should we have gone to Meaux first? I was part of a bike gang that said, get off my lawn. Brilliant. Water bottle, you mean a garden hose? No, you'd have the water bottle. Do you remember? I remember the Hans in Sinclair C5. Mind-blowing stuff. Wow. Why did I have that down as a place? Don't worry what I say. It's grand. So, like, if we were to look at the... where is it now? If we were to look at the map that I'm using, right? Shakunk. Move over, you devil. Shakunk. Don't hit the ground now, Murphy, whatever you do. This is kind of roughly what we're doing. Paris down this way. And then out that way. Here's Lyon. So there's a bit of a jiggery pokery that we're doing because we're coming down this way, now we're going out, and then we're going down again. See that? So that's kind of the stab of it. And that's based on the 1903 route. But like, yeah. Be grand. Totally fine. Those reflectors in your cereals will catch your bike spokes. They used to be brilliant. Now. So this is 58 nautical miles across this way. And so far so good. I'm doing 120 knots, lads, so if you're in a stagger wing, you should be able to boot it. We'll ramble in a little bit. Imagine, like, 1903, like, just cycling along. Alf says, my nameplates have all disappeared, but the setting is on. Jesus, I couldn't tell you. Uh-oh. That's a terrible sound. That's, oh dear. Sweet lamb of Jesus. That's what happens when you run out of fuel in one of your tanks. God almighty. Where's the friggin... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So we drained one fuel tank. The centre tank is completely shagged. We're okay now, though. We're alright. You're alright. Oh, sorry. It's miles per hour. Beg your pardon. I'm doing 130 miles per hour, which is 120 knots. Did that too, but they're back now. Yeah, I've no idea, lads. I love France, but yeah, like, I mean, it's. I'm going to France now on the 27th of July, and we're going down as far. We're going down close to Bordeaux. I meant to ask Seb, could I call into a Soba studio? I might just call unannounced, and they'll be all like, "Sorry, we're not in today." But I saw you. We're not in today. But you're inside your office. We're not in today, right? The Irish invented France. Oh God, we did, yeah. And cycling. Murph, I'm going to Rome in August. Squawk Torque, brilliant. The guard has your photo. He'll not allow you in. Right? You're going to Rome in August. What a way to go. August, of course, named after Augustus. See what you did there, Squawk. Brilliant. What FPS am I getting? I don't actually know. 80. 70. Oh, Jesus. 70. Oh, wait, hang on. That actually makes the view look a little bit easier. I don't need that big stupid bar in the way. About 80 FPS in multiplayer, which isn't bad. Isn't bad. How are we looking here now? We're 9:30 local time. And we're nearly halfway through it. My wife, Hammerdale says, my wife's friend wasn't us to go to France next year to visit Disney. She wants you. We have Disney right here in Florida. I don't need to fly to France. Derek invented France. Yeah. 47, Jesus. Frosty5 rather says, I go to Hawaii next summer. Oh, nice. Nice. Hey, SK Sun is here. Good to see you. So, yeah, we're going down near Bordeaux. And then we're going to a place called, I just had to go there. It's called BO something. Le BO. And like, I was like, I remember when we looked at it, I kind of said, Jesus, I wonder, does it actually smell of BO? That's why we're staying there, to, you know, for science. And then we're heading up to Normandy. I can't wait. It's going to be brilliant. Well, and Tania's away. You take care of me, dude. It depends. Oh, yeah, some of the cheese you get out there would be fantastic now. Hey, we have a Joey Bolo with us, look. Joey's over the road. That's where we need to get to, look. Get over the road there, Murph. Follow Joey. Joey knows what he's doing. Oh, look at the cut of this, look. Isn't that beautiful? That's absolutely stunning, lads. Let us see. Hang on. Hang on. Do you remember Hello Hello? Terrible long pause. Scott, I'm trying to figure out what it is you just said. I imagine it's out of Hello Hello. I imagine it is. I just saw the weirdest comment. The fallen Madonna with the big... Right, I mean... Huh. Rumsey, thank you very much indeed. Or Rumsdy Bums has followed the channel. Thank you very much. I'm having terrible stutters this evening. Yeah. I'm having the same, Kanzui. If you know Hello Hello, thank God for that. For the moment there, I was about to say, Scott, a bit of water maybe. Jesus. Right? Right, we're doing alright-ish. The textures on this airplane are beautiful, aren't they? Like, it is a stunning looking aircraft. And again, like Carenado, they just make beautiful looking airplanes. The L Pratt & Whitney, it's a Wasp engine. It's a little Wasp engine, I think they called it. Or mini Wasp. It's very, very pretty. So we're heading on up to Lima Fox, Quebec, Bravo. That's our next stop of the night. It's about 40 miles this way. Listen carefully. I shall only say this once. I shall only say this only once. Quiet, you stupid women. A junior wasp. That's the one. Murph thought Scott got hacked, right? Hello, hello. One of the best shows to do the language barrier while not using two languages. Oh, yeah. Brilliant. So many good lines in that show. Oh, yeah. It was brilliant. Hello, hello. It was fantastic. Right? I was just passing by. Oh, brilliant. Yes. Love the police officer trying to speak French. Yes. What a great show. If you've never seen it, lads, just do a YouTube of Allo, Allo. Quiet, you stupid women. It was just brilliant. Used to be on like 7 o'clock on a Saturday. Does your... No, what was this? I was just pissing by the jaw. Yo, what? Does your dog beat? Or bite, yeah. It's falling me down him it. Ah, Jesus. Yeah. What a show, lads. You haven't lived until you watched Allo, Allo. A good way to deal with the next interruption. Indeed. Yeah, we're getting starters all over the shop tonight. Look at the beautiful countryside, though. Isn't this pretty? Oh, this must be really hard for the lads flying information because my sim keeps stuttering. Sorry, lads. I don't know why it keeps stuttering. I really hope they fix this issue in the sim. So I can only think it's GSX. That's the only thing. Yeah, killed. Well, I actually have GSX turned off. But what I'll do, I shall deactivate the thingamajiggy from inside the thingamajiggy. Although I will want to turn back on now tomorrow night. We're flying the MD-11 tomorrow night for a freighter, lads. Freighter flight. So if I just go deactivate. Are you sure you want to deactivate it? Yes. Oh wait, balls!
Hello there.
I shouldn't have went that at all. Ah, Jesus. It says it's not active. Well, the curse of the 7 Jesus. Quickly delete the cache. What cache? Immortal Degree, good to see you. Listen, I already know I'm an idiot for reasons for which you may have just seen. It's alright. I mean, I'm okay with that, lads. Right? I'm okay with that. Ah, Jesus. I shouldn't have deactivated it. I should have uninstalled it. Inspector Glissot.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh. Look at this big idiot. What an absolute muppet. Ah, Jesus. Wait now, I have to do something quick here because I'm after doing something I shouldn't have. Where do I have that saved? Is it? Oh, it's in this. I am. Don't mind me for the minute, lads. I'm trying to, undo the muppetry that I am.
I'm in a glass case of emotion.
Where did I get this from? Let's see, friends. Let's see. Let's go. Oh, Jesus, there's a mountain coming in. Bloody hell. Where did I buy this from? Oh, Jesus. What an absolute dope that I am. Hang on, we'll fix it. Mind the ground. Cancel that. Now, what am I looking for? Is that it? Your order number is that. Yes. Where in the hell did I buy that from? Mind the ground, Murphy. When was that sent to me? In 2015? Ah, no! Settings rolling cache. Formation crash in 3, 2, 1. It's grand, right? It's grand. It's totally fine. Where did I buy GSX from? Ah, balls, I can't remember. Sim market? No. Thank you for your order. No. Sim market? No. Delivery information? Yes. Yes. Right, copy that now, you muppet. Copy. GSX. Activate. Activate. Activation has been successful. Thanks be to God. Now, install. It's not installed. Perfect. And you're saying delete the cache. Quick, delete the cache. General options. Don't mind me at all. Go into data. Ooh. Delete the rolling cache. Yes. No. Updating. Yes. Apply and save. Go back and resume. Right. Flying Teapot is with us. And the stutters appear to have gone. Ah, brilliant. We're alive. All is well in the realm. Ah, this is brilliant. Jesus. I shouldn't be left alone to do anything, right? Immortal Degree, a legend. DC-3 flying past me with the ground power unit hanging from it. I wish the devs would pay attention to stuff like that. A lot of devs don't bother about multiplayer. Multiplayer? What the hell is that? That's not realistic. And then they never try and fix the thing. Crazy. Wombat's in a D17. Stagger wing. Did I try lost the scaling? Voyaging, I tried it with Microsoft Flight Sim. It didn't give me any good results. With X-Plane, however, it's fantastic. Speaking of X-Plane, I need to get back into X-Plane soon. Just Flight have updated their arrow for X-Plane 12. So I'm very much looking forward to taking that for the spin. So we could get kind of low here, will we? We'll make this thing kind of more interesting. Let's add a bit of speed into this now, lads. We're going for danger mode, right? Yes. We like danger mode. Danger mode is always great. Think of it now if you're a cyclist. You know, and you've all this heavy ground to kind of get over. You know what I'm saying? So we'll do one of these. Hang on now. Hang on now. Drop the nose down. Bit of tunage here in the background, Murph. And there we go. Your blurb is on offline. Uh-oh. Top Gun music. What would the French Top Gun music sound? It'd be an accordion. Someone needs to make that. Oh yeah. This is very pretty. Man, look at the countryside. Isn't this gorgeous? We got a formation here. Look at that P-51. Beautiful. With your flaps hanging low. Mind the trees now, Murphy. Murph, we can always take it back to say sorry. Indeed you can. This is beautiful. Not that I want to go cycling, but it looks like a nice place to go cycling. Isn't it pretty? So there'll be a very slight right turn coming in. The beautiful countrysides of France. It's flat. It Jesus down, it doesn't look that flat. So if you just joined us, you're very welcome in. If you'd like to join us on the flight, we're live on the Southeast Asian server. Sure, come on and fly with us for the crack. Speed is looking decent. M. Sepp is here. Bienvenue en France. Merci. Look at this. Got a P-47 there as well. Mind the wind farm. They hurt. Electric bikes are cheating. I agree. Yeah, the countryside here is gorgeous. There's an awful lot of places in France I haven't flown to in the sim. France is a great place to go in Microsoft Flight Sim. Do it, Zeus! Jesus! We almost fly along the Loire Valley. Yeah, we're not far from it. We're slightly north of it. And we're booting it now, but that's okay. Don't worry about it. Look at that! That's class looking. With no autopilot, I mean, we really gave ourselves a bit of workout tonight we didn't need to do. I love my electric bike. Completely stopped taking the car to work, says Rambog. Jesus. How fast do you get out of your electric bike, though, Rambog? And for how long? Do you know what I mean? There's a church. We will buzz by the little church. Jesus, he said, literally, you know, 30 kilometers, 45 kilometers, really? Jesus. Oh man, that's awesome. We are quite low to the ground. There's Von Johnson. Oh, is he following the river? Are you using some scenery add-on like We Love VF4? I'm using We Love VF4 for Europe, yes. Loving the stream as always, but I must go to bed. Rox, you take care, my dude. We Love VF4 is absolutely incredible. Oh, Jesus, who's that in the icon? Look how low we are. This is awesome. Rumpelzuck, go handy there now, you devil you. Jesus. There's the road. Follow the road. It's not a bad little plane, this, is it? Nice and handy. Flying teapot, go handy now. There's a teeny tiny bridge. Jesus. The mother of all challenges under that bridge. Right, we're close to our second stop, lads. Do I have Toby Eye? I do indeed. I love me Toby Eye. It's absolutely brilliant. Great bit of kit, absolutely. They have a special on at the moment. I think it's 15% off. Like, it's pricey-ish, but like, it's very, very good. And it works in other games. Man, look at that P51. What a beautiful sight. Like, the Toby Eye is fierce handy for the likes of Truck Sim as well. Really, really handy. Man, I'm digging the French countryside. Oh, wow, look at the shadows there, look. Nice. Beautiful. Brilliant and Star Citizen. Ooh. Oh yeah, there's a new they're adding features to it. Yeah. Navigating by reading road sign. The way I like it. Beautiful, man. Mind the trees. Go handy now in the icon. There's another church. Look at the rolling landscape though, isn't it? The rolling countryside. This is gorgeous. It's just beautiful over here, isn't it? All these beautiful little French towns and villages as well. Oh man. Now we won't be this far east when we're there. We won't be terribly far from here though. We'll be a lot more south. We're gonna head inland a fair bit, but we'll be more south to this position. Right, handy now, Murph. Handy. Handy. Jesus. Don't hit the ground. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, we're not getting under that bridge. Imagine. Yeah, this is beautiful, isn't it? Wait now, why is my yoke turned off? Come hither, yoke. There we go. There we go.
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus. The feature isn't coming to Microsoft Flight Sim though. At least they have an announcement. Oh, which one? Which one? Oh, this is the one where you turn your head. I think they are. Roy, I haven't seen that video. I must check it out. It's funny because like I made 2 videos and like a week later they released the same 2 videos. Coincidence? Sadly, I had to bin my Toby Eye and go back to using standard track eye or just had a very bad look at the sensors. Oh really? Jesus. The lads at Beam are asking me to check out their tracking stuff. Hey, Makeshift, good to see you. Foreign Access here, welcome in. He posted it yesterday? Yeah, I'll check it out. Yeah, so the Beam lads are mad for me to try out there, so I must try that out soon. It uses a webcam or even your phone. I remember Gibbo looked into something like this. It must be 2 years ago. Oh, look at this, lads! Ah, brilliant! Makeshift! You absolute ledge! Look at this flaming gobshite! Quick! Now, that's how we deal with that muppet. Hello, sorry for bothering you. I want to offer you promotion for your channel, for viewers and followers and views, chatbots, etc. The price is lower than any competitor. The quality is guaranteed to be the best. Flexible and convenient. Order management panel, chat panel, everything is in your hands. A huge number of custom settings. It's a bot. Trying to come into my channel to sell me. Sell me! I'm the most miserable person in the world. 10 for that, you must be mad. I'll give you 6. No, don't go 6. I'll give you 2. No. Oh, now go. Brilliant. Glad to see the bot still needs to be slapped. You better believe it. I love the taste of squishy remains of the banhammer, right? Oh, Jesus, here's our next airport. Power back. Angel 15 is with us. We'll be grand. We'll make this, lads. I have every faith in your confidence. Well, wait now. Right. Jesus, this thing stops like it shouldn't. But okay, I mean, we'll take it, right? We'll take it. Ease our way in now for a gentle landing for our second stop of the night. Yes. Easy. Easy. There's a nothingness at this airfield, but we'll take it. Easy. Easy. Oh, Jesus. Stutters. Stutters. Lots of stutters. Now remember, you have long wheels, Murphy. Gently does it. Jesus! It keeps catching me out. Right, we're down now. Christ. Yes. Look at that. A DC-3, a Junkers. Beautiful. Right, skedaddle off the old runway, Murph. Alright. Only half as rough as the last time, right? Did you hear how copper wire was invented? 2 cavemen fighting over the penny coin. I mean, really? I got Tobii and Track IR. I struggled to set up Tobii. Really? How so? Is it the sim settings or is it Tobii settings? Or is it just where you mount it? Right, it's 10 o'clock and we have a lot of miles left to do, so we're going to keep this one lit. Check your fuel as well, lads. Okay, there's squawk torque. It's interesting there's no cowl flaps in this thing, isn't there? There's Quasar Core. Beautiful. Alright, let us get ourselves set up here and depart. So our next stop, lads, is going to be all the way down at Lima Foxtrot, Quebec Foxtrot. We have 82 miles for this one. And there's a bit of mountains over this way, so let's see what happens. So, notch of flaps. I have the cockpit sounds turned off, yes. Airlock dock mate is a really handy add-on that we can just throw it in. Debson updated Victoria Falls. He did. Okay, takeoff power is set. Speed alive. Keep her on the runway, Murph. Jesus. Look how high up you are in this thing. There's 90. Yep, see Daisy. Gear up. Flaps in. And let's roll left. Easy, easy. I'm loving the countryside, it's stunning. Alf, you take care. Just use error. Alright. On the road again. There's Kazaki flying T-bots ahead of us. Look at that. Like, I know every stream is awash with airliners, but like, Jesus. The old general aviation stuff, like, what a way to go sometimes. Do you know what I mean? Right, friends, what we're going to do now, we'll do another count, shall we? So, Xbox pilots, press 1. If you're still here on the PC, press 2. And if you're here because, well, you rambled in and you didn't know what was going to happen, well, you press number 3. And let's see what happens. Yeah, baby. Man, look at those reflections. $30 on the PC, 1 on console. Nice. Yeah, it's a beautiful airplane, this, isn't it? She's absolutely stunning now, lads. Stunning. So this leg is going to bring us down to Lima Fox, Quebec Fox, and then we're down to Lyon. Now, I'm thinking, should it have been Lyon-Bron as opposed to, you know, the other one? Huh. Ah, well. We'll see what happens. Okay, this is nice. This countryside is beautiful, isn't it? Have you ever been to this neck of the woods in France, lads? Anyone in the chat been in this neck of the woods? It's very pretty. I'd say Knight's Paz. He's caravanned all over the shop. We're not lost yet, but we definitely will be. Yes. Certainly. Soon to be. Absolutely. Definitely. Maybe. Vacationed here in the area, says Airlock Dock. It's stunning, isn't it? This is on my way south. Nice. We're fairly moving here now. Got a 337 flying with us? It is. A course of 171. Kind of there, yeah. We're on 168 at the moment. Let's tidy that up. There's test piloting at Chinook. I tell you, with some crack with the drove down this neck of the woods when going to Saint-Tropez in the 90s, says Meaux fan. Oh wow! You're on the line at 160 knots in a helo. It's awesome. Nice. Jays, we some crack in the Hueys on Saturday. Man, the Huey is such a great chopper. Do you know what we watched? English Murph, you can do it. Do you know what we watched last night? We watched We Were Soldiers. I haven't seen that movie in a long time. It's a great movie. I'll be the first to step on the field. I'll be the last. What a movie, though, right? Snake and Too Tall. The Huey is awesome, but when you need speed, the H160 is nuts. Yeah, 160 is very fast. I put up a video earlier on. Epic Fool was telling us about Silverstone and all the heliops, and there's a real world video there of a dude flying. It looks like to me he's in either a H160 or a Dauphin. I think it's a Dauphin. And, oh man, alive, looks incredible. There's Toto in the Boeing 247D. Yeah, We Were Soldiers, really good movie. It's one of those movies that managed to capture, you know, the family side, the civilian side. I thought it did it very well. There's only one scene I didn't like. It's where they have your man Joe going around taking all these pictures. It was just like, it didn't come across the way they wanted it to. The editing wasn't great. You know, they have Joe running around taking pictures and all this. It's an AS365 Dauphin. Ooh, nice. Takes Hanger is working on one of them as well. Like the Alouette masterpiece, the Huey masterpiece. I can't wait to see what else he puts out. But I know he's working on a Dauphin. Look at this countryside. It must have been terribly lonely back in 1903 doing the Tour de France. Unless, of course, you were just cycling with your buddy. Do you know what I mean? What was the other one he did? It was an AS315, I think. Somewhere between a Gazelle and an Alouette. That's very good as well. But I tell you, you know, Flight Sim 2024, oh, this sort of flying, the low and slow, choppers as well, lads, it's going to be brilliant. I mean, look how good that view is out the window. I mean, that's stunning, right? Even the trees, it looks great. But like, can you imagine what it's going to be like when we have, mind the trees, Murph? When we have the new sim. Like, I'm super excited to see what they can do. And I'm hoping, like, they update all those assets, all the ground buildings, because some of them look, jeez, there's a truck. Some of them look miles out of place. And you can see already, there's a couple of screenshots coming out now with from developers, right? Raoul put one out in particular that we're going to be chatting about on Wednesday. Was it Raoul? Raoul put out one, but so did Gottfriends. And you just know that the Gottfriends picture, lads, you just know, that's the wrong button, you just know that's in Flight Sim 2024. I'll try and find it for you. Right? Now, someone keep an eye on me playing. There's Master Ludwig. Look at the picture here now from Gottfriends, right? Just to show you some of the detailing. Look at the cut of this. Right? And then you have this sort of crack as well. And if you look very closely on that picture, there's birds, look. Eddie, birds, Eddie, birds. Right, Richie? We can see the birds. Mind the ground here, Murphy. This is going to get terribly bumpy. Like, it's just so exciting. Will I stream both? I will. The new optical looks much better. It really does. Frankie, it really, really does. There will be bird strikes, yeah. Now, will they be native? I don't know, but I know developers can add them in. Yeah, like, I think... Oh, I don't know. I'd like to do maybe a comparison. If that's possible. You know what I mean? Flight Sim 2020 and Flight Sim 24. There's going to be tons of those videos, but like, if you're looking down even on this shot here, we're expecting to see a lot more detail on the ground, the trees and the buildings. Everything's going to look that little bit more, I don't know, better, you know? And this looks amazing already. Like, this does look amazing. Be interesting to see if anyone is using the map replacement as well for the same route we're doing tonight. Because even that's going to show something savage. Evening. My face, Chris Evans, hopes you're good. Good to see you, Matt. More like real life. Yeah, Bush is going to be big. Bush is going to be huge. Huge. But like, look at this. Look at the cut of the scenery. This is beautiful now. Like, when you talk about tessellation of the ground textures, you know, mud tracks and dirt coming up off the ground and hitting your aircraft, man, that is super exciting. I wonder will they actually manage now to get the doors opening and closing as well. Nightsep is using the map enhancement mod. What's it like for here, Nightsep? Compared to my screen, like, is there better detail on the latest? There would be, I suppose. Where are we going? We need to go right a bit. This is gorgeous. The size of the forest here. So many people flying. This is deadly. Looks more structured on the ground, also more summery. Yeah. Yeah, the detail here is insane, isn't it? Right, cannot wait. Everything will look awesome. They're also investigating how to do cold and dark start in a heli on a moving ship. What? Nice. Do we have a 777 with us? We do, yeah. As you do. A 777 bush flight. Why not? You know. This is very nice. And it was gas because we did a bit of flying Macando on Saturday. And like, you're looking at the scenery where he was flying around Talladega. And then you look at over here. And everything looks great, right? But just, what's it going to look like in whatever, 4 months? You know what I mean? I'm so excited for that. And the fact that, you know, We Love VF4, Puff and Flight, they're going to be part of the whole thing. So you're going to have all these extra bits of scenery. It's going to be nuts. I think it'd be kind of cool to be able to walk outside the aircraft. Yeah. But again, like, how are they going to manage to do it? Like, you're going to have spawn points. That's all. Like, it's not like a walking sim, if you know what I mean. You know? There's a Cantonian livery for the A320. What? Has Condo ever flown in an airliner? In the sim? May get old after a while though, having to do a walk around every time. I wouldn't say it'd be every time. It'll wear off really quick, probably. Captain Arash is in the bar and sending you a message. Captain Arash is in the bar and he's sending me a message. Okay. Ah, brilliant! Where is he? I'm in your neck of the woods. Where the feck is he? Look at this! Ladies and gentlemen, Captain Arash! He's doing something amazing! He's in O'Hickey's Irish pub. Have you ever seen the man look as happy in all his life? He's the happiest looking Captain Arash we've ever seen. Ah, that's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant. Ah, brilliant. I'll even write in, ah, brilliant. Right? I've never seen the man as happy. That's brilliant. That's fantastic. It actually looks like a lovely pint as well, doesn't it? Jesus. Mmm. Flyer 10, yeah, we'll do a touch and go here because I'm just looking at the time. We need to keep her lit. We'll do a touch and go here. Where the heck is O'Hickey's? O'Hickey, it's just like we're passing not far from the old good old Vercingetorix. Oh, nice. Jesus. Hey, Dan 1878 is here. Welcome aboard, man.
Hello there.
Keen for speed. Welcome in. You're very welcome. Hey, Keen. Yeah, it's gas, like a pint of Guinness now. It's Guinness the most popular beer in Ireland. It is, yeah. When you're born, the doctor gives you a sup of it. He doesn't really. When you give blood, they used to, I think they still do. Don't they give you a pint when you give blood? Or they give you cans now? They give you a pint of Guinness when you give blood. So needless to say, we've very little blood, but loads of Guinness. Right? But yeah, no, you still get a pint of Guinness if you give blood. That's gas. That's just gas. Come to Ireland and give blood. You know. And as sure as feck it ain't Foster's. Those who think Australian, drink Australian. Brilliant. Do you know what I was drinking beer over in place. I was drinking Budweiser. Budweiser in America is fantastic compared to Ireland. The Bud here, I don't know what, it's just not as nice. Bud in America is lovely. And I was drinking Corona over there as well. The least popular drink name in the world now, you know. But I was drinking Corona with a lime. I'm already in Ireland and I ain't got to travel over here. That's handy, Keen. Australians that I've met think Foster's is... Oh yeah, they don't like Foster's. VB, yeah, VB is the one. Or Spates. Ah, Jesus, 777 go handy. Spates is a fairly popular beer. Or Triple X. Kazaki only gets orange juice when you donate blood. Really? Heineken, Beck's and Carlsberg are all trash here? Yeah. We're fine in France. So in Ireland, Guinness is the leader. Then you'd have Murphy's and Beamish. They're other stouts. They're quite nice. Is it still possible to join during a flight? Yes. Powerlines, Murph. 24. It's grand. Oh, Jesus. This is incredible flying by these lads, look. Jesus. Isn't it absolutely stunning, though? Stutters and all. I mean, includes the stutters. I mean, it all works. You know what I mean? Why doesn't that work? We'll cruise on here with some background music. And it's absolutely stunning. You just got powerlined. Uh-oh. Guinness is the one beer that comes overseas well, and Magners, but that's a cider. So I had a bottle of beer in the Rio. And for scientific purposes, I was like, well, we make this stuff at home. I'm just using quality control to make sure it's all right. And they give it to you in a bottle. And I was like, can I have a glass, please? What do you want that for? Just give me a glass. And I did my pouring. And we made a pint-ish kind of thing out of it. It wasn't bad. It was Guinness extra cold. It was fucking lovely. But we do have a fairly good palate. Like, it's not just Guinness. You know what I mean? Yes, you can drink Guinness in Ireland, but like we have a ton of other drinks. Non-alcoholic drinks are nice here as well. Guinness do a beautiful non-alcoholic beer. Blue lager. Absolutely gorgeous. If you like that kind of a hoppy taste. And it's non-alcoholic. Or it's 0-0, whatever they call it. But it's a Guinness blue lager. Jesus, it's gorgeous. And then of course you have all types of beer. All types of beer. Blasphemy, right? It's all about the pour. Oh God, yeah. If you want to go to Guinness, we have that in New York City. So Frankie, I was in an Irish bar on... I want to say it was either on 5th or 7th Avenue, in and around 55th or 56th. I forget the name of it. It was up the road from the Wellington. So that's 55th Street, 5th Avenue, isn't it? Where was one of the lads yesterday? I got... In one of my WhatsApp groups, someone paid €7.40 for a rock shandy muse. €7.40. And a pint of something was like $6.90. Rock shandy, which is Club Orange and Club Lemon. $7.40. Yeah, it's up that neck of the woods. Guinness relies on the pour, but also the length of time from key to tap. Agreed. I used to work with an Irish doctor here in the States, and he said the Guinness here in the States was crap compared to in Ireland. Guinness, well, it's hard to say it's crap, but like, it's just different. The nicest Guinness you'll ever drink in the history of anywhere is in is it the Storehouse Tour? The nicest. 35th and 7th, you should have gone to John Sullivan's. Ooh. More UK, you get up the road there, will you? There's always one, isn't there? I hope you all read my email. Shandy cost me about as much in Vegas. Yeah. Hang on, B. Carlo says, I just read the new internet speed record is 420 terabytes. And where's that? Terabytes. Jesus. I've asked him that epic fool. I have asked the question. It was a test over fibre? Jesus, that's unbelievable, isn't it? That's absolutely nuts, lads. Right, we're making good progress here now. We're nearly at our second to last stop. This one's just going to be a touch and go. We'll all be 6 feet under when that speed comes out there, yeah. No, you're right. The Wellington is 55th and 7th. John Sullivan's will serve a proper Guinness, but they're on 35th and 7th. Ah, gotcha, Frankie. Yeah, so yeah, it was 55th and 7th because we went up then. Where's Times Square? That's 55th on 5th, isn't it? Or, you know, up that neck of the woods. I haven't been to New York in years, man. We were there in 2000 and... Jesus. 2000 and... I want to say 2004? It's only 20 blocks away, right? Look at the views, lads. Look at that. The road is shagged. Jesus, they'll have to fix that. That's beautiful. Beautiful countryside. Meaux was there in 2004 as well. Times Square is pretty much Broadway and 7th, by the way, 42nd and 49th. Ah, gotcha. New York City is a disaster now. Probably one. But they legalized marijuana, so seemingly it's just, it smells. Like the bang of that stuff in Vegas, it's not, it doesn't smell nice. Anyone thinks that crap smells nice? No. It smells horrendous. You get terribly kind of, you know, interesting secondhand smoke, but like still, it smells rancid. Look at this, look. Man, that's like, that's just basic scenery, but look, it's stunning. Absolutely stunning. Right, we're doing well. It's Turd Ferguson's birthday today, lads, and he's in a P47. They have to pasteurize mass market export beers in the States, so if it's not pasteurized at home, it's not good. Oh, really? Chiba Hawk is here, good to see you. The news makes it sound that way. But it's like everywhere. I could say Dublin is an absolute cesspool, but like, I'm from Dublin. It's bad in places, but sure, every city is going to be bad in places. You know what I mean? New York is vast. I'll always remember, we got a great tour. We went into the, was it the Guggenheim? And the National Museum of History. We went in through, we actually got a tour in Central Park. And where else did we go? It was mad. We were up around Times Square at night time, and like, you're looking for like bars and things to do at night time up by Planet Hollywood. They're all underground. They're all in the basements of these places. Brilliant. It's like that in every city. Yeah, 100%. Dread Metis, good to see you, man. Very happy Monday. Coors is not pasteurized. Coors is very nice in the States as well, compared to here. It's only 4%. It's very nice though. I don't know, like, when we talk about cities of the world, what city were you most let down by? You know what I mean? A city that you thought was going to be absolutely wonderful, and then all of a sudden, nah, didn't like it. For me, I'll start, right? For me, it was Milan. I did not like Milan. And I was hoping it was going to be brilliant. Didn't like Milan at all. Dan says London. Corrupt Cow says Paris. Tyler D says Mexico City. Jesus, I like London. I love Paris is great as well. Miami. I heard a lot of people say that, Ducks. A lot of people about Miami. Mexico City. Tyler, I've no, like, again, unless you're going to like resorts there, I'd say it could be Dodge, you know. Manila. Jesus. Sydney. You love Melbourne. Interesting. I refuse to answer that on the grounds that I will insult 90% of the world. Ballymote. Miami Beach is nice, but the city itself, meh. Yeah. Test Pilot says Houston was very vanilla. What do you mean, Tipperary? Look at this. This is all generic, you know, black square AI. But it's very pretty, isn't it? Gary, Indiana. Odense? Where's Odense? The Art Deco district was great. Budweiser, Budvar, Czech Republic beer is excellent, not brewed in the UK. Ooh. It's mad, like, because, you know, when you look at holiday destinations or city breaks and you say, yeah, this place is going to be brilliant. And then you get there and it's just like, you just have a bad time, you know? Suva was a huge letdown. Houston stinks. The French Quarter in New Orleans is a cesspool. Really? Nightsip says Frankfurt. Airlock flew the J3 over Tipperary yesterday. I thought that was you I saw in the sky. H.C. Anderson, birthplace in Denmark. Oh, nice. Gary, you don't want to be found there. Oh, really? DCS says, I agree with Frankfurt. I live there. Oh, Jesus. Cities don't impress me. I want to see small villages. Yes. Saint Denis in Red Dead Redemption 2. The lads all hated it. Saint Denis. Hey, Dutch. Mr. Marston. All right. What about... Let's ask the other question. What's been your favorite city? A city that you just happened to come across and you said, Jesus, do you know, absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Want to go back. It was just everything. Chicago, Gotsy Funk. Galway, says Muse. Galway, really? San Fran, Edinburgh, Kathmandu, Havana, Jesus, Viper, how do you pronounce that? Is it Juneau? New York City, Yakita, Vancouver, Chicago, Stockholm, Newcastle, Budapest. I was in Budapest years ago. We had deep fried pizza, and it was like the friggin' mafia were running the hotel we were staying in. They had very high ceilings. That was a mad place. Playa del Carmen, Vancouver, Juneau, Homer, Alaska. Do you know what I really liked? I've liked a lot of places. Do you know what I really like? Maastricht. Maastricht is beautiful. Oh, Istanbul. I'd love to go to Istanbul. Maastricht is very nice. RD, hey. Do you know what? I actually liked Vegas. I thought Vegas was brilliant. And I wasn't expecting it to be. I was expecting Vegas to be a kip. Just like loads of noise and just not nice. I really liked Vegas. And I didn't see much. And I think why I liked it is because we got the opportunity to go up on top of the Rio and just see the city. I was so impressed with Vegas. Beautiful. It's a world city, Maastricht. I love Maastricht. Yeah, I like Vegas now, I have to say. I liked Houston as well. I like the city of Houston. You can have Vegas, but I'm not much of a gambler. I'm not much of a gambler either. What was the Ghost Bar on the Rio? Was that on the Ghost Bar? Or is that the Palms? No, it was in, what do they call it? What was the name of it? I forget the name of it. The Florida Keys? Oh yeah. I'd love to visit, what's it called? Key West. The Voodoo Bar. Yes, the steakhouse. Pretty awesome. I just wish they served steaks. Well, they kind of did, Frankie. They had beef chopped up. The Voodoo Bar, that was impressive. Uh-oh, we ran out of fuel again. All right. Wow, look at this little village. Look at the state of this, lads. This is stunning. This is only gorgeous. Look at that. Stunning. What about national parks? Ooh, national parks, you say? Okay. Parks can be nice. Yellowstone? Oh, I've heard that's beautiful. Hammer Nails, you take care. Yosemite? I'd love to visit Yosemite. Bryce? Zion? Killarney? Killarney's good. Grand Canyon? Never went out to it. Flew over probably, Pete. Next airport, Lima Fox, Quebec Fox. It's a touch and go, and then finally down to Lima Fox, Lima Lima. Look at the bleeding state of this. This is gorgeous. Look at this. All right, coming in here for a touch and go. Our second to last airport of the night. We got an 82-mile hike down to our final stop. We'll do it in about 30 minutes. Ooh. Look at those 339s. Dancing and having the crack. Lima Kilo Mike. Beautiful. Alright, it's a touch and a go. Easy does it. Remember the height of your plane this time, Murphy, a big Egypt. Easy. Easy. And don't bounce it. You're very high in this plane, so got to be careful. Easy, easy. There we go. I say a touch, that was more of a bounce, but we'll take it, right? Gear up. Very pretty. Alright, slightly left. So as I was saying, the Tour de France back in 1903, there wasn't many hill stages, but we're actually into one of the steepest parts of it now. It's a little bit heavier when we get down towards Marseille next week, but certainly here you can see you have a little bit of hill and slopes. A few hills rather and a bit of slopes. It's very pretty here. Look at that. Man alive, the French countryside is gorgeous, isn't it? Autumn, we have been here before, yeah. Meaux fan said, man, the sim locked up when I tried to open the filters. Oh dear. Did you get CTD? That's never good. Okay, we're on the final stretch now, lads. Back in 1903, they started cycling at something like, 5 o'clock in the morning. They were still going at 9 o'clock that night. What? They were cycling at night time. They cycled through the night. Crazy. Now, what's your speed here? Easy, does it? It's absolutely savage. So hard to fly with an Xbox controller. Ooh. Or if that preset is that SimFX. Yes, indeed. You gotta love this, man. The low, not particularly slow, but it's low. Look at how good this is. I pressed the wrong button. That's actually a really good point, Airlock. So he's saying, I have to admit, I'm a little worried about buying utilities now since Flight Sim 2024 is not that far off. That's a huge thing, right? So where's everyone at when it comes to even add-ons? Like, okay, aircraft, the MD-11, the 777, I mean, well, the MD-11 is out tomorrow. What releases are we likely to see between now and Flight Sim 2024? I think one of the biggest aircraft yet to release is the Lancaster. Are we going to see that before Flight Sim 2024? A2A, they're talking about the Aerostar. Are we going to see that? Frankie Poops wants the Q400. Are we going to see that? You know what I mean? A380. Airplanes don't worry me as much as I never bought an airport. But utilities, yeah, I have a few. Ah, balls! Jesus! Edit this out. It's fine, it's fine. No one saw it. It didn't even happen, lads. 'Tis but a scratch. Ah, Jesus!
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus! It's grand. Put up the gear, you muppet. Right, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Yeah, no, Colonel Fork, you didn't. You thought you saw that. You didn't actually see it. It was all going so well. You know, there was no issues tonight at all. Ah, Corrupt Cow did the same thing. Brilliant. See, I'm not the only one. Oh, jeez. Right, it's grand, lads. We're alive. There was nothing to see. That was. I had to change my fuel tank. Yeah. There was a glitch.
Look at this big E just...
What? No! McGanner, good to see you. Dread Meta says, A2A, not worried that much about 2024. They simulate most stuff in AccuSim. Yeah. When they said stagger wing, Murph dropped a few shots to make sure he was staggered. Yeah. According to Lewis. Well, that's good, Dread Metis. I think the biggest factor for A2A is going to be the animations. That's the only thing that's going to change. The new prop animations. For me, I think that's A2A's biggest thing to not worry about, but to work on. Thank you, Super Ty. Roby Pete is away. Good to see you. Or good. Take care. Good to see you. As he's leaving, come on, Murph. Yeah, you can do it. Man alive! Look at the scenery. Isn't this gorgeous, though? It's absolutely stunning. The sub of holy water. Hey, we got a C-130. How are you, Colonel Fork? I hope you're well, man.
Oh, Jesus.
Tyler D says, I'm not doing any major investments until the next Microsoft Flight Sim, although I may not be able to keep my hands off a Lancaster. Yep. I'm worried for utilities like SimFX and stuff. Really concerned about people who have tons of airports. Maybe. SimFX is going to need probably a something. You know? I've asked a few devs via support. Even any builds wouldn't commit. No, they won't. They won't. Until they know exactly, they can't. And like then there's other things to consider. When the sim releases, is it going to need, you know, patch updates? Right? I mean, we've all been there, lads. You know what I mean? Just another day at work. I hope you're well, dude. Hope you're well. Like, what are the chances they release the sim and it needs, like, a lot of stuff to be done? You know what I mean? We're going to hear more in September when they release the SDK to devs. Yeah. Yeah, they're planning to give it in September. Some developers have it already. Like, any of the official party or the official partners, they have it. They already have it. Just like every other software, stuff will break and stuff will be fixed. Yep. Hey, Primo Victoria's here. Good to see you. Herbert Something says, we need something like JoinFS for multiplayer using both sims. I have a sneaky suspicion multiplayer will work cross-platform. 2020 and 2024. I reckon that's what's going to happen. PHRI says, I'm not that worried. Everything will be at least backwards compatible, according to York. Otherwise, he'd be murdered. He'd be murdered. They were his own words. Oh, really? Colonel Fork says, I'm fine buying aircraft, but utilities and scenery seem iffy. Leading up to 24, yeah. I just need that 7. Oh, the B17. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yes. Jesus, the stutters are back in force, look. But man, look at that scenery. Isn't that stunning? Absolutely gorgeous. So we got about 60 miles to go. We'll be down in about 15 minutes, give or take. Look at the scenery now, though. Look at the mountains in the distance. This is looking gorgeous. So next week we're going to be flying down to Marseille. Then the week after it's over to Bordeaux, and then the week after it's back to Paris. It's a nice flight. 100% for that B-17. Yeah, super excited. But also the Focke-Wulf is coming out very soon. Flying Iron. There's going to be another German aircraft coming into the fray, and that's the Focke-Wulf. The 190. And I'm really happy with the stagger wing tonight. You know, it's behaving. Sterling says, I'm sure glad that Asobo fixed multiplayer so you aren't disappearing every 20 seconds. They haven't said a dicky bird about multiplayer in flights in 2024. Which is alarming to me because that means they either think everything's fine or they've no updates or changes. Also curious about the F100 from Just Flight. Yeah. Marseille, you're going in my hometown, or my hometown. Put on the kettle, Cobble and Zeus. What's the price in it? It's in the marketplace. I think it's like 15 bucks. It's part of the Local Legends series. Who's that flying with us? Lima Kilo Mike. Insane flying, man. Jesus, look at that C-130 though. That's gorgeous, isn't it? And that's a Captain Sim product. It's done very well. So many different airplanes. There's Zybok. Beautiful. Engine 1.5 is in a Spitfire that I don't have a livery for. Some really nice planes out tonight, lads. Beautiful. Hey, we got a Stearman over there, look. Look at that. You're flying off course, Murphy. Yep, you devil. Also wondering about bandwidth requirements. Yeah. Model matching in flights in 2024. I wouldn't hold your breath. You also haven't mentioned anything about Xbox performance. Yep. Murph, have you heard any rumblings about the AT Simulations Bird Dog? Looked like a good upgrade on the Black... Colonel Falk, I didn't see it at all. Did they even have a release date? Is it out yet? I have the France VF4 Southeast Region add-on. As do I, Goblin Zeus. We'll have to wait and see. Like, they haven't spoken about multiplayer at all. And like, I sent Jorg an email. He hasn't come back to me. Well, he mightn't come back to me. In fact, I don't expect him to come back to me. I imagine he gets a ton of emails. But like, I have asked the question. There's a webpage for it posted in the add-ons channel. Okay. Adis for live weather says 3-5 left or right is active. Thank you, Airlock. Okie dokie. Let's go with 3-5 left. As we fly over Lyon. Saw a generic plane in both the Donegal image and at Aspen. Yeah. That was their old generic models. They're still there, lads. So, like, I wouldn't hold your breath on multiplayer. Let's just hope that, you know, the sim is running better, that the multiplayer model matching is working better. One of the biggest problems is developers aren't putting in the actual ICAO of the aircraft. That's why I can't pick it up. You know? They're leaving things blank. And we've seen this already on FS Hub. If the livery is a mad name, it's not actually the proper ICAO of the aircraft. That's why I can't do it. Zybok is in the yellow jersey. Mind yourself, Zybok. Which peripherals such as the Honeycomb, Yoke and Bravo works, and Honeycomb is no out business. No, they'll all work. All the hardware is going to work, TJ Turner. All your hardware is going to work. Like, if it doesn't, that's just going to lead to, like, savage problems. Less disk space to install and more online data provided. Yeah, there. Grab you 100%. All I want from 2024 is model matching. You ain't going to get that. They'll have model matching for AI aircraft. You know, they're going to add more models in for sure. But I think a lot of this comes down to the third-party developers actually configuring their aircraft with the correct ICAO code. You know? If everything was sold exclusively in the marketplace, then they have some chance. It's the fact that you can get things on Sim Market, Orbex, Contrail, I mean, you name it. You know, they're not going to be able to do it. Aircraft creators and livery makers need to get their ICAO codes right. Pretty much, Nighthawk, that's what's needed. I'm really looking for that now. Speaking of hardware, that Moza stuff is available now for pre-order. The force feedback. Man, that's going to be interesting. Tyler Riddle says, how do you think performance will be? Will my 4090 still be relevant? Oh yeah. Hell yeah. But again, like, you can't max out 2020 using a 4090. You need to use all sorts of jiggery pokery. So like the next sim, a 4090, yeah, it'll be very powerful, but like, let's see what Nvidia do with new hardware, you know? But I think a 4090 would be good. Isn't the WinWing force feedback open for pre-order too? Is it? You can add the ICAO code yourself in the... You can, yes. Even a 4070 will be plenty for the foreseeable future. I agree. Even the 3000 series. I'd say even the 20 series cards are going to be okay. The whole idea is they want more of the rendering and background stuff done in the cloud. Know what I mean? Jesus, look at the view coming in here. This is absolutely insane looking. The time of day is nice as well, isn't it? Look at this. Stunning. You have it pre-ordered? Oh, nice. The Moses stick. I have it on near enough max graphics on a 3090. There you go. Did Reno to San Francisco in the Phoenix with VR on a 4080. Utterly smooth. Oh, nice. What VR are you using, Digital Mark? 20 series might struggle a little bit with VRAM. See, I don't think so. I think a lot of that processing is going to be done on the cloud. Well, I could be very wrong, but I think that was their idea. Jesus, look at the views. This is stunning. Reverb G2. This is beautiful. I ordered a Pimax Crystal Light, so I'm hoping anything that performance will be better. I'm surprised I didn't talk about cloud computing. Funny enough, you should mention that. So if you look at like the jobs at Asobo or at Microsoft, that'll kind of tell you what they're working on next. Have you ever looked at that? So Asobo are looking for people to work on their ATC and flight planning. They're looking for people to work on that. Microsoft are looking for people for cloud gaming and design management. They're actually looking for staff. Get into the cloud, then charge access to the cloud. Yeah. Only issue is WMR getting removed in Windows. Yeah. I'm really considering ordering the Pimax Crystal Light. So, Digital Mark, I should be getting my hands on the Pimax Crystal Light in a couple of weeks. Pimax want to send me over one just to review it. Then I'll send it back to them. And I'm coming from like a Rift S, so I'm expecting to have my socks metaphorically blown off. Microsoft, whatever you do, don't put Murph in charge of cloud servers. Don't put me anywhere near development, right? It wouldn't be worth it, lads. I'd break everything. Hello, welcome to the official Microsoft Flight Simulator stream. I'm Murph and I have an apology to make. See you next week, alright? What kind of internet speed will 2024 need? Yeah, I don't know. Like anything you have now. So like, what's your current download and up speed, lads? Just I'll type it into chat. I'll type in what I get, right? So my download speed is 990 and my up speed is 105. Now granted, I've fast internet, but like I'm a long time trying to get fast internet. I'm years in the making, right? 500 down, 50 up. 800 down, 650 up. 1,000 down, 50 up. Roy has 1,000. 90, 30, 90, 30. 500, 500. 32. 500, 500. 50 down, 10 up. 80 down, 10 up. 1.2 down, 50 up. Like, some of your speeds are like very fast. Very, very fast. You're not going to have any issue. 38 down, 10 up. Still think that's going to be fine, Scorpio. I would say they're going to want about 20 down and maybe 5 up. Boston Elf, 300, 300. That's good. Fraud Hammer, 500, 500. I'm at BT, so BT speeds. Jesus, some of your speeds, lads, are very good. Gaseous Maximus, that's your download speed. So if you go on to, like, open a browser and type in speed test, it'll do a download speed test and then it'll do an upload speed test. 926, 851, that's not bad. Nightsep is fast as well.
Hello there.
Papa Meat, thank you very much for the follow. Got a gig, but don't know what it means. So basically, remember the old dial-up connection? Remember that? That was like 14,800 download speed, right? So usually, the higher the number is on your download and the higher the number is on your upload, it just means then your capability of downloading and uploading, it'll be much, much faster. Think of streaming, think of websites loading, think of Microsoft Flight Sim loading in scenery, right? So just to put us where we are at the moment, anything more than 3 megabytes down, you're okay for the sim to work. They recommend between 7 and 10. Oh, hang on, what was the actual specs of Flight Sim 2020? One second now. Oh, okay. So, where is this now? A stable and fast internet connection is crucial for streaming real-time data, weather, multiplayer, and so on. We recommend a minimum of 20 megabyte connection for optimal performance and to avoid any interruption during your virtual flights. Now, that's not from Microsoft official. That's from Flyaway Simulation. So they want about 20 download speed, 20 megabytes download speed. Right? In the Boxman says, I'm old enough to remember the day they announced 56k modems. Oh yeah. Good to see you in the Boxman. How are you? 20. Has anyone ever tried to update at those speeds? Yeah. I used to have 10. When I downloaded the sim, I only had 10. That'll tell you, lads. It's much faster now, but like, you know. Yeah, it's quite low. Yeah, yeah. Oh, you mean at a Sobo? Oh, sorry, Airlock. Yeah, no, probably not. Country Bumpkin says, I've 200 upload, 15 down, but yet Microsoft buildings still look melted. That's just the data. You can't do anything. Like, that's just, you're pulling the data that they have available as quickly as possible. That's just the way, it's the data capture. Your speed has nothing to do with that. Just upgraded from a 3070 to a 4070. Just wanted an extra 4 gig of VRAM. It was still good, handed down to my son. He got a 63% improvement. Oh, nice. We're getting terrible stutters here again. We're getting proper stutters now tonight, look. Is this the famous stutter bug that I haven't gotten in ages? It is, lads. Yep. I haven't had this bug in a long time, and now we have it again. Now, it could be down to the fact that GSX was installed. It could be the aircraft. I did remove the C-17. That was causing all the trouble before. But this bug will get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. Oh, I'm raging. I thought I fixed this. Bloody hell. It's to do with the LOD. There's no way to fix it. What an absolute disaster. I thought these days were behind us. Man alive, and that's just rotting you. Kill GSX. I have. GSX did. Doesn't exist. So it's not running, but the sim is still using files belong to it. I wonder, is it GSX? It's the only other thing I have turned on, or had turned on. Similar issue with the outdated Lavar bridge from SPAD, but only on the first load. Howling Crazy said Sim Update 15 made them worse. Did you try cleaning streaming data cache? I did. Stutters and freezing. Noel K. Noel, are you having the same issues I am having with the thing pausing? In Task Manager, look under Microsoft Flight Sim primary tasks. Okay. Let's have a look. Flight Sim? Just a sim. Hey, Lock and Load is here. Good to see you. It's like stopping the photogrammetry and turning it on and off. Help me. I tried that before. Yeah, I'm out of it is. Out of it is as well. There's nothing else running like this. I thought it was the C17. The only thing I have running since last week is GSX. And even though I have that now turned off, the sim loaded with it turned on. You know what I mean? I cleared the cache before the stream, PGM. Yeah, it happens. It's a bug. It's possibly something to do with LOD, or it's trying to load or something, or it's looking for something to load, can't find it, then it repeats the process. You know, FSU IPC is turned off as well. Oh, don't worry, lads. I've been trying to hunt this thing down for a long time. I honestly think there's a scenery issue. Tried to remove all the data in the CGL. Did that as well, right? Would pay to check Process Explorer and Dev Mode manipulators. Maybe. But like, if you were to look at what the PC is doing, it's laughing like, you know, its utilization 20% maybe. Like if you look at the performance tab, CPU is at 30%, memory 30%, GPU is at 46%. And see the way it's spiking? That's where the bugs are coming in, or that's where that stutter is coming in. And there is no way to fix it. Like there's nothing you can do in the sim. You can pause it, you can turn stuff on, off. You just have to shut it down. I'm starting to get poor FPS in the sim. Maybe need to try one of those frame gen tricks. Maybe. I had the same problem over the last 3 days. Turned out to be an issue with my Simionic G1000 drivers. There are so many things that can cause stutters, no visibility into what's causing the exact one you're currently experiencing. Yeah, 100% Papa Meat. There's no way of knowing. There's no way of knowing. You have York's email. You need to let them know about this. They can't replicate it. That's the problem. I've asked them to check this before, and they're like, everything we've tried, we've never had this issue. Ever. You know, I'm 90% it only happens inside a multiplayer environment. Fairly certain. It only happens inside multiplayer. I'm using lossless scaling and notice a considerable improvement. Oh, nice. Sterling was joking. Howling Crazy says, with Microsoft Flight Sim, it just seems like a losing battle. We're always chasing that extra performance, but then something creeps in and ruins it. Yeah. It can go grand for like ages. I mean, this has been grand for ages. But it's just the sim now is geished. And it's at the stage where I'm going to have to kill the sim and reload. Because it's like horrendously bad. Like CPU, like, you know what I mean? She's not even out of memory, like. Oh well. We'll start her up again. No idea what the cause is. Now, it could have been the fact that I was using GSX, because I now have that turned off. And the sim loaded with GSX in there. You know what I mean? I've had it, for me, it seemed to be FSU IPC. Started loading after I loaded in the airport. I am running that Muse, but no, not that. Lock your frame rate to have your monitor refresh enable. No, try that as well. Just an FYI, for all the lossless scaling, it's also offer ATM on stream, or on Steam. Not expensive, but a little discount never hurt anyone. Yeah, so I have lossless scaling. It's not bad, but it's not doing that on my system, you know? I get better results using the DLSS swapper thingy. It's very good. It's half price. Oh, nice. Could it be a conflict between two computers and the one line into the house? Don't think so. I suspect it's GSX. Because GSX is the only thing I've put onto the system since last week. And this is the first time I've had this in weeks. You know what I mean? I used to get this all the time with the Comanche. And we flew the Comanche a week or two ago. No issues at all. So I kind of put this down to, it could be GSX. Like that Cootle engine script thingy. There's a setting in that, right? There's a setting in GSX to deactivate it when you're in the cruise. And I think once you break down a certain altitude or once you get in range, I think it's trying to start and stop the program. That's just a hunch though. Am I using auto FPS? Negative. No, I haven't used it. But it happens in it was happening. Well, Ali said it happened in a vanilla sim, which is like terrifying. You know? Like if that's happening on your vanilla sim, like Jesus. Then you've no freaking hope, you know? But anyway, we're nearly very closely there. Just going to load in. I'll start airborne and we will take it in there for our landing. So I'll catch up with you. We were doing well. We were doing so well. This is metaphorically taking a break on our bicycle as we're on the Tour de France. I tell you this much though, one thing I won't miss is the loading times. Jesus. Do you know what I mean? On average, 5 minutes to get in and out of the sim. Ugh. Not saying auto FPS fixed it for me, but it hasn't happened since I started using it. Oh, nice, Miz. How was Vegas? Triforce Gamers, dude, it was awesome. Vegas was absolutely brilliant. Getting to meet up with so many people, out in the lash, having the crack, getting into trouble. It was brilliant. Have you tried disabling FLO? What's FLO? My sim takes 25 minutes to load. What? 25 minutes, TJ Turner. That's not right at all. Have a look at my video on YouTube. This will make things go faster. 25 minutes, man. Hang on a second. Videos. Murphy. Where are we now? The installed tab clicked. I won't show you the video. I'll just copy and paste it.
Oh, Jesus.
Go off and have a look at this video. This will, if you follow what's in that, it'll make your sim will load faster. It just will, right? It takes 20 minutes for me to load the sim, says Goblin Zeus. What? Lads, no, something not right there. What sort of hardware are you using, like? Have a look at that video. There's stuff in there that'll help. Guaranteed. It'll help with something. A lot of the time, it's like if you've all the packages loaded, you know, all the world updates, the POIs take up the most amount of memory or space. So I'd start lifting that stuff out if you're not flying in the region. You know what I mean? Right, let us go in here and try that again. So, where are we? We're down near Lyon. Not too far. There's Paris Orly. Where's Lyon? We should be going to Lyon, but I'm going out this way. Right, we'll jump in here. Look, there's ticker in there. Launch. Right, in you go, you big Jesse. And let's see what happens here. My old PC wasn't great, but the sim would load in about 6 or 7 minutes. Yeah, that's mad, isn't it? Lima Kilo Mike, you take care. Awesome flying, dude. Awesome flying. An RTX 3080. Yeah. Can you post the link again? I had chat closed. Gotsy Funk? Sure. Have a look at it. You should pronounce Lyon as in Lyon. Yes. Oh, look, it's nighttime and mad weather. Wait now. Wait now. Daytime. Imagine if it still stuttered. It'd be just hilarious. We're on live. Live weather looks decent now, look. Ah, brilliant. Okay. 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 Where's everyone? Do. Alright, we'll circle around. Make sure your community folder is not in your OneDrive. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, Jesus, yeah. That would for sure make a total mess of it. Well, I have to, the scenery has been gorgeous tonight, hasn't it? It's been absolutely stunning. Alright. So what we're saying, 3-5 is the runway we're going for, isn't it? Should be an option to switch only to the region you're flying in. Well, that's going to come in 2024. That's the good news. Days, these airports are so close to each other. Most of my stutters I had gone since Sim Update 14, but 15 brought them back. Really? Sounds maybe stupid. What helped me a couple of weeks ago was the removal of the FS base directory. It re-downloads the directory again. Yeah, I did that before, Roy, as well. Like, I'm not trying to give you a fast answer, but like, I've put hours into this, lads. Hours. A ridiculous amount of time has gone into this. But hey, look, it's grand. Whatever's causing the issue, hopefully we'll get to the end of it. You know what I mean? And hopefully it's not there in 2024. That's the hope. That's very, very pretty looking. Look at the state of this. The stagger wings. She's done well tonight. She's a stunning aircraft. It's just visually stunning. Murph, did you think about picking up the 777? I have the 777. It was dear, but it's really good. I'm running 128 gigs RAM. Yes. God, the specs I have are ridiculous. Like, you just shouldn't have problems with the specs I have. But you do. Okay. We'll overfly this way and we'll spin around the next way. Yeah, 777 is brilliant. Live weather came up really nice as well, didn't it? It's a big airport. Yeah, the specs are insane, like, they're ridiculous, like, you shouldn't need specs like this for a flight. Well, I say that, but like, you really shouldn't, do you know what I mean? Alright, let's tidy up here. 3-5 left is what we're going for. Easy, does it? That's awesome. So many people down there, look. Okay. It's not like you're streaming and gaming off the same machine. Yeah, like I used to, like, and my streaming PC is powerful as well. I mean, that's a 3080 in that. 64 gigs of RAM, an i7. Like, there's a bit of beef in that as well, like. This is pretty.
That's a big 10-4, good buddy.
Ah, Crappy One, thank you very much indeed. 3 months, man. Okie dokie. Man alive, that's pretty, isn't it? Landing gear. Look at the size of the gear on this thing. Mahusive. Gaseous, you take care. I had to turn down my laud from 100 with the 777. Yeah. You wouldn't expect the spec requirements to change too much. I agree, test pilot. I wouldn't say they will. And again, like, they want more work to be done at the cloud side of things using Azure. The landing gear makes up most of the plane. It really does, doesn't it? It's huge. Massive. Okay, getting ready to turn final. Oopsie Betsy. Little bit low, but we're alright. A little bit windy as well. Okay. The old Pratt & Whitney Junior Wasp. Sounds quite good actually. For Carnado, sounds good. Now, can we get a soft landing without absolutely bashing the runway out of it? This is what it comes down to, friends. Easy. Easy. It's a big airport, isn't it? Huge! Alright, easy does it. 3-5 left. Gentle wind coming down. You can do it! Okay, power comes to idle. Hold the nose. We don't need all this runway, hence I'm going all the way down here. Hold the nose, hold the nose, hold the nose, hold the nose.
Dreamy, sleepy, nighty, snoozy, snooze.
Jesus! 62, we'll take it, lads. We shall take it. There we go. Alright. Ah, so there's everyone now, look. Jesus, we're spread out all over the shop, lads. We've got some here. Hello. Looking well, lads, looking well. Gibbo off turns off Gibbo's lights. So if Gibbo's by his PC now, his lights turned off. So we have Flyer 10, Toto, Soaring AJ, Nighthawk, beautiful.
That's a big 10-4, good buddy.
And a few more up here as well. Abnormal C, thank you very much indeed. 31 months, man. Thank you very, very much. Yeah, that was a better landing. JW1 or Sleep 45 is having great crack over there. There's a great sound out of this, isn't there? Sounds deadly. Yes. All right. There's my chemistry. And let's see, can we shut her down, right? Hoorah. There we have it, friends. Wasn't that fun? Right, let us check out the viewage of all the planes. Jesus, look at the amount of everyone. And we have some mad sounds. Right. Some very, very loud sounds. Right, we'll do one of these buttons here, Murph. You can do it. Oh, Jesus. Yes. And here they are. Sean Lego Man coming in with a tornado too. Look at the state. Beautiful. Man, that JU-52, it's a cracker. Well, I have to say, for our first flight of the Tour de France, it was interesting. We had fun. We return to you tomorrow night. Kickoff is at 1900 Zulu time. We're going to be flying the MD-11, lads, as it's due to release tomorrow from TFDI Design. We're taking a flight out of Las Vegas. We're hauling cargo and we're going to San Francisco. So it's a single flight. Expect a flight time of about an hour and 40 minutes. And it's all about getting us used to the incredible machine that is the MD-11. And look at that chopper, look. Test pilot in the Caribou for a happy Canada Day. So, yeah, so tomorrow night we'll do a bit of a deep dive onto the MD-11. So, you know, help you out, getting it started up, learning some of the systems. There's a lot of systems to it. And looking forward to that one. So that's going to be kicking off at 1900 Zulu right here on Twitch and on YouTube. So do be sure to check it out. So guys, thank you also very, very much indeed for tuning in tonight. The support as always has been mad. We got raided, we had follows, we had all the likes, we had resubscribes, we had gifted subs, we had bits, the whole shebang. And amazing, amazing flying by all of you guys. So many of you here tonight. And it's just been loads of fun. So next Monday we'll continue with the Tour de France. We'll head down towards Marseille as we learn a little bit more about the Tour de France and kind of how it evolved from the early 1903 all the way up to the modern day, because it just started in real life. Do you know? Such a mad selection of planes. I absolutely love this. I love this. So as always, so much fun flying with you, and for everyone else here in the chat as well. Oh Jesus, there's more, look. Brilliant. So much fun getting to fly with you guys. Thank you also very much indeed for spending your Monday evening. So that's the shab of it. We're back to you tomorrow. If you want to catch up with us, we live on Discord. ! Discord. Well, that's where we hang out when we're not on a live stream. So do be sure to ramble over there. ! Discord. That's where we shall be. So from me to you, thank you all so very, very much indeed. And we'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Up, 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 up. Do something. And nearly, and then, oh. We can save it. We've landed in a bit we shouldn't have. Shh, shh, shh. And we made it. Yeah. Yeah, that's how we rock. Right here.